Hi, welcome in. Lovely to see you all this evening. Welcome Kate, Cozy Paper Trails. Welcome Rob and Kimberlyn. Welcome Kaz, Adele, Marielle, Ilex. Hiya Jeanette, hi Adriana. Hiya Millie and hi Vera. Not feeling very energetic, so going to read in bed and sleep early. Well, slap lekker. Have a good night's sleep, Vera. Take care. All Jeanette's crochet is coming on nicely. Lovely, lovely. Yeah, today I'm going to be colouring in Sirenes du Monde. And this is a buddy colour with the lovely Lisbeth 47. We're doing this page. She showed me an update picture of hers and it looks amazing. And from the vision I have, it's going to be very different. I can tell you that. Hiya Jackie, welcome, lovely to see you. Yeah, the thought is to do the basing with Ohuhus today, and then I will shade with polychromos. I don't know if I'll get to that today, probably not, but I might be crazy fast today in stream, who knows. All depends on how active the chat is. But I have, in fact, 1 second, I've got a colour palette here. There's G44. G440. Yeah, I've got a colour palette here. So, don't know how well you can read that, but I've got, this is the old numbering system. This is G320, that's going to be for the water. G440 for the lily pads, EO30, EO10, YO10 and Y030, that's going to be for the sky. I'm going to do like a pink to yellow blend. And I've got Y11 and E210 for the trees and the kind of stumps. And then WG 0.5 for their skin. And I think I'm going to use the pink colours for their tails as well. So that is the colour palette I am working with. Got all my hoo-hoos already here next to me. Cough is still here. Hi Alicia, just watched the Romantic Country video. What a talented group of colourists, so glad I got to be part of it. Absolutely. It was such a joy to put it all together, and keep an eye out on Monday. I'm going to put a post up some point this weekend announcing when entries open. If you want to get really ahead of it, it's going to be 5. I will accept entries for Romantic Country 2, the second tale, from 5 PM UK time, Monday the whatever date it is, the 11th? 12th? 11th. Monday the 11th, 5 PM UK time. If you send me an email before that, I ain't accepted it. Sorry. I've got to keep it fair, so if I announce one time, you can draft an email and then press send at 5 o'clock on Monday. That is absolutely fine. But I won't be accepting any entries until that point, just to try and keep it as fair as possible. As a very Jess palette, it is pretty in pastel. Adele, especially after the crystal colouring one. Apparently, I'm drawn to those colours right now because look at that. It's the same, just applies in a different way. Yeah, I'm really liking my teals and pinks at the moment. Hi Amy and hi Amanda, welcome to you both. Yeah, Amy's in the future. I'm surprised to see you here, considering you had a full day of streaming for you yesterday, which is our today, which... confusion. Oh no, I can't think about time zones too hard, alright. My brain starts to malfunction. The future is very raining. Ah. At least where you are. Not teal and pink being my favourite colours, love that. I do like both of them, and they pair nicely together. Just thinking about it, I've got another page which also has teals and pinks on it. And Ilex, you know about that one? I'll give you another sneak peek. Sneak peeks to peeps on stream. And also this will be good because it's in fairy folklore, and I said I would report back on what the paper's like. absolutely no complaints so far. It works just as well as the other Mythographics, even though it's like half the thickness. But yeah, this is what I've done so far. I've actually done quite a bit of blending with the alcohol markers and very minimal bleed over the lines. In fact, I think the only bits of bleed over is just me going over the lines. But yeah, this is a Buddy Colour Ilex. I'm feeling a little bit lost on where to go next. I found an inspiration pic with wings this colour with like green and pink and purple, and I loved it, so I tried to recreate that. So I'm really happy with it. But yeah, not entirely sure what I want to do for the background or for her down here. Don't know whether to kind of focus on maybe the purples or the greens for her, or maybe a combo of both. Don't know whether to make the bed like a tan brown. I don't know yet. I'm thinking of incorporating some of the colours into the background and keeping it very, very soft. But yeah, I don't know. Hi Atlanta, welcome in. And hi Liz, welcome, welcome. And Alexis. The publisher of this is Pan Macmillan. And if you're in the UK, take a look in your local Aldi next week, starting Thursday, because this is one of the books that supposedly will be available for £1.99. And I have a feeling it's going to be all of the English editions, because they've got Fairy Folklore, Fantasy Forest, Romantasy and Cosmic Spirit available, and those are 4 books which have an English edition so far. They haven't really gone back and done many. They've gone back and done Cosmic Spirit and Fantasy Forest, and I think they've also done Enchanted Relics, but they haven't really gone back and done many. But yeah, and the new Joseph Cattenbank isn't going to be released as an English one, so it seems a bit odd. It seems to be only Fabiana and Veronica Kalinska books that have been doing it. But yeah, loving this page, and the paper is doing really well. Bleed through is normal. Yeah, I had someone on the video say that the bleed over the lines was terrible, but absolutely fine. I've been really pleased with it. I will continue to report back once I've tested pencils as well. No complaints on Alex's end either, that's good to know. Random human child complicates things. Yeah, what do I do with that? Hiya Gail, welcome in, lovely to see you. Right, so this page is a little bit complicated. Not in a big sense, but just the fact that you've got some like faint outlines to represent these things being underwater. So I think the way I'm going to do it is colour over the entire water with my water base, and then yeah, and then I will do the pencil shading on top with like a softer touch to try and give that illusion of it being underwater kind of thing. Not Fairy Folklore, the newest one? Oh, absolutely 10 out of 10 recommend. It is a gorgeous book, really love it. It's quickly becoming one of my new favourites, I think. For me, I think another title for it would be Mythical Beasts 2.0 or Mythical Beasts Fabiana's version, because Veronica Kalinska did Mythical Beasts, and yeah, I feel like Fairy Folklore isn't the most representative title for it. I thought it was going to be lots of fairies, but then again, our other 2 books, like Fairy Wonderland, there's not as many fairies. Fantasy Forest, not so many. I mean, that doesn't have fairies in the name, but I was expecting loads of fairies in that book, and there's really not that many. It's more, I don't know, what else would I call it? It's more, yeah, mythical creatures, like folklore and legends. So maybe Mythographic Folklore and Legends would have been a better name. I don't know, what do you guys think? Can you come up with a better name for it? Often, as a community, we can come up with better suggestions. I just feel like if you're a colourist buying it, the name's somewhat misleading. If you're someone who really hates fairies, you still might like the book, and if you're someone who really loves fairies, this book may disappoint in a way. I want to do a quick flip to see how many pages actually involve fairies. There's 1, 2, okay, There's more than I thought. Oh no, no. Nope. 3. Nope. Get a quick flip. 4. Can't call her a fairy. 5. So yeah, there are more than I may have initially thought. I'm going to count that 6. What have we got here? Nope. That one's 7. Nope. 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 And I'm counting fairy in like the obvious sense of the word rather than fairy like creature. Nope. 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 7. 7 out of 47 pages. So yeah, fairy folklore I don't think is the best representation for a title. Yeah, the subtitle does say an artist's colouring book of cryptids and sprites, and that is definitely more representative of what's involved. Fantasy Forest is a book of woodland spirits, and then Fairy Wonderland is a book of magical spirits. Folklore and legends. Folklore and legends would have totally made me buy it. Ooh. Hi Eleonora, welcome. Oh, come on. Why are you not scrolling? There we go. Talking about pencils, I finally ordered Artex. Can't wait for all those greens. Love that, Adele. You're going to really enjoy having the large selection of colours now. You'll be like, oh, so many choices. Great. Is your favourite? Yeah, I really love it. There's a whole Gorgon on the cover. Gorgon's not very fairy-like, yeah. There's so many. Yeah, I think if mythical beasts hadn't been used before, they probably would have used that. Or like myths and folklore. Like folklore is good, but the fairy is misleading. Hi Penny, welcome. I showed my husband the chupacabra. I was told like what that creature was because I wasn't sure in the video, and I don't know how to pronounce it. I need to look it up. Chupacabra. Chupacabra. Probably one of them. I do like that page, although I feel sad that it's gonna eat those poor little lammies. Right, back to the regular scheduled events. But yeah, it's exciting to see Mythographics just in a store in the UK, let alone for £1.99. Like, that is insanely cheap. It is rare to find a Mythographic book for under £12, for even under £10. So for it to be £1.99, I'm kind of like, what bargain have they made? What's Audi done? Who have they sold their soul to get it for such a crazy cheap price? It's almost like I didn't believe it when I first saw it, and then I kept seeing stuff about it. Even more, I love how Jess was talking about how cute it was. He was cuddling the goat in the video. There's a chupacabra? Yes. I still feel like I'm saying it wrong. It's towards like middle back, I think. It's around here somewhere. Where are you? Where is it? I'm gonna struggle to find it now. It's definitely towards the back. There it is. Here it is. I mean, come on. These little lambs, like, he's not going to do anything to them. He's a vegetarian. I choose Chupacabra. Yes? I'm hopeful that it means we will also get them eventually here in New Zealand, since we tend to get UK books. That'll be great, yeah. for the same. I'll definitely pick up Fairy Folklore if my local has it on Thursday. It'd be rude not to. Yeah, I'm gonna go on the hunt for it. And see if I can find them. I don't know if I'll buy them, but I might, just cause. Abracadabra. The goat hugger, I love that. Yeah, I made it, hanging laundry, and literally dropped it and ran as I heard you flipping. There you go, Adele. It's a good job I kept it up for a little while, but yeah. He's not gonna hurt. He's, what's the name of that shark in Shark Tale? Who, like, is the vegetarian shark. That's him, but, Chupacabra. There we go. That'll be $1.99 though. Well, what's £1.99 in New Zealand dollars? Probably a lot more. Probably more closer to more like 4 or 5. NZ. NZ. $4.55 New Zealand dollars. Lambs are friends, not food. Exactly. I think the Audi ones have fewer pages in, but I will be there early. Ooh. I mean, if that's the case, that is, I feel like a bit naughty. But I will check it out. And I think if it does have fewer pages, I won't bother. But they've done something weird on like the advertisement for it, because it's in the special buys, which Audi does like random stuff in what they call the middle aisles. Like, you've got regular grocery stuff, and then you've got the middle aisles with like random bits and bobs. And in the advert for it, it's got the pictures of the mythographics, but the titles have been like digitally removed. It's kind of weird. He's gonna have some tender goat for dinner. No, he's not. Like Ilex said, he's into bean burritos. Real Tex-Mex bloke. Load up the cheese, please. Hiya, Christine. Welcome. Lovely to see you. Yeah. No, he is not going to do anything to them. He's just having a little cuddle. It's cute. Goat curry. No. No. Not the goats. Jurassic Park. Where's the goat gone? What I say, with all the lines on here, it does make doing this larger area of the background a little bit easier to get a nice smooth lay down of colour, which I'm appreciating. I think that's out of the water, I'm not sure though. Sorry, I'm concentrating here, and as you know, when you concentrate, you go quiet. Well, at least I do. Trying to get it done relatively quickly. But yes, my Romantic Country first collaboration full flip-through video was uploaded a couple of hours ago. It's really good to get that one out. I'll tell you what, I did enjoy putting it together, I really did. And I think now after doing this one, I know how to make it even easier for myself next time. For one, cropping things down to the appropriate size before I add them to the video would make it easier, because my editing app, you can crop things, but it doesn't allow you to do it by a certain aspect ratio, so I was kind of doing one at a time, thinking, okay, well, if I do one half of the page is square, then the other part, I'm just trying to get things even. Yeah, I think that will make it easier. And I think also asking for all of the information text when people sign up for the page will make things smoother. Then when they're finished, it's just a matter of sending the page, jobs are done. Just kind of streamline the process a bit more. Yeah, I kind of just pretty much every week I would have a bit of a break in my car from work, and during that break I would add a few more pages to the video. And it's a good way to kill time for me, rather than just like randomly browsing on my phone, and give me a purpose for those bits of spare time. Yeah, and I said at the start, the second one will be open from Monday. And try to get in quick, because I just have a feeling this one's going to fill up really quickly. It took just over a week with the first one, but I think this one's going to be quicker. One, for the people who joined in for the first one and want to join in again, they'll want to join. Plus I had quite a few messages from people after I announced the first one saying, I don't have this but I've got the second one, hoping to join in then. And also just people who found out a bit too late, and seeing the video will spark them to want to join. So I recommend having a look through your book, picking out your 3 favourites, making a note of them so that you're ready to go on Monday when the registration opens. So it'll be done in the same format where you pick 3 faves. I'll do a flip through video explaining it all and putting the page numbers up on the screen, as people said that was helpful last time. Oh, missed some. Right, let me just finish this bit here. Right, what have I clicked? Click something. There we go. Hi Hannah, welcome. Hold my breath and colouring some pages whilst concentrating. Yeah, when it gets like really tiny details, hold breath and also nose to the page. Like you go cross-eyed and your eyes start watering. When your eyes start watering, you know you're concentrating too hard on a page. I've had that happen to me. Is the guy a merman too? I think so, yes. Trying to figure out if that's scales or tattoos on him. I think it's scales because she's got some as well. I mean, it could be either, but I'm going to colour them like scales. With other pages in the book, she puts these little kind of like scaly patterns on her mer people. Yeah, his tail, you just can't see it. Hiya Zoe, welcome. You're in lurking away, no worries. Kind of look like traditional Japanese. I started reading the next word and combined it with Japanese. Japanese slashes Yakuza tattoos. Now I'm thinking of Yakuza, I can't speak, Yakuza mermaids. Hiya Kate, welcome. Went to order from iMusic, saw the shipping and closed the tab. Now I'm waffling if I want the new Maria book now or if I can wait for another edition to show up on Amazon or somewhere. Well, for comparison, the previous book was released, and by previous book, the Seasons book was released, oh, now I'm testing. No, I can't. What am I looking for? Lists, upcoming releases. I've added these to my upcoming releases tab. So the Seasons book. I think it was September? No, October. I'm checking my journal from last year. It was the 16th of October 2025, and it's due to be released in English 13th of October 2026, so pretty much exactly a year. So, and the same for the Christmas one. It was released towards the end of August, and that's being released 18th of August this year. So if you're wanting the Magical Library book, I would say this time next year is when you can expect the English edition to be released. Not lurking, I was saying hello to chat and lurkers. Oh, sorry, I misread or misinterpreted what you said. No worries. 2 minutes behind. I'm one of those who have book 2. Love it. And if you're ever behind in the stream, or think you might be behind because the chat box here doesn't line up with the live chat at the side of your screen, then there should be, click the video, and then down here in the bottom left corner there'll be a live button, and if it has minus however many seconds or minutes, then if you tap it, it should take you up to live. Or sometimes I will click out of the live stream, click back in, and then that will make me up to date. But yeah, I discovered that clicking the live button in the bottom left from a recent Amy stream actually. Right, is that all the water? Nope. Oh, my cough was doing alright, and then I filmed 2 videos and I was struggling through them. So it's kind of aggravated it again. 12 euros for shipping. That's really expensive. It was £5.99 for shipping to the UK. Why is it so much more? You'd think with it being within Europe, I know a different country, it would be pretty comparable, but yeah. It was you telling us that the other day, I knew. Every day is a school day. Yeah, there you go. Also want Hannah's books, which are only available there. Yeah, I mean Hannah's also will get released into the... Actually, I found on Amazon the other day, Tales from the Castle Ruins is being released in English September 22nd of this year. So if you're wanting that, it's not that long to wait. I hope that becomes more of the norm of... Whoa! My journal just slid off. There we go, get back on there. Yeah, I went through the other day my upcoming book releases. You know what? I'm getting sidetracked. I'm sidetracking myself. I'm going to get up my upcoming book release because I added quite a few, and there's some interesting ones I want to show you. You bought a set of Tombow pens from Cass Art, only 219, fab price. That is pretty good. That is a good price. Hope you enjoy using them, Angela. Right, lists. Oh, press the wrong button. Your lists. Upcoming releases. There we go. So, one thing that I found out about in Amy's stream earlier, Dungeons and Dragons Pop Manga by Camilla DeRico. I was like, what? She discovered it. Oh. Yeah, we're good. We can't see my address. I zoomed in. But yeah, no preview images, but look at the cover. Look at these funky creatures. I think this will be one I'd wait for a flip through, as I'm not a Dungeons and Dragons person, but I'm into mythical creatures. That'll be interesting to see that, and that is out this year. Yeah, it says unavailable at the moment, but 27th of October 2026. I'll have to add that to my upcoming releases. Then, yeah, Tales from the Castle Ruins. That's coming out. If I put this in grid view, can I see? No, I can't. It's annoying. On my phone, I can see the actual release date on the preview image, but I can't here. Yeah, we've got Tales from the Castle Ruins. That's September this year, so not long to wait at all if you're waiting for the English edition. Got the 2 Maria Trolls. I added a Mythogoria. 2 Starcana books. Found these, which I put on my community tab. I'm going to click into this one. This is the Sagumi colouring books. Both of them are going to be available as an English edition. And someone let me know that they are available on Blackwell's as well to pre-order. So if you're in the US, because these aren't available in the US yet, at least, they might be. But you can order it on Blackwell's and they do international shipping. Yeah, it even has the coloured image next to it, which is going to be great. I can't comment on the paper because I don't have it, but yeah, it's great to see that these books will be more easily accessible to people now. And then I found this other book just browsing on Instagram, and I was obsessed. I found it on Lyrica as well. It's a French book. It's called Small World, Carnet de Coloriage. And look at that, look at that, look at that. Look at that cover. It's by Marabou as well. And from the flip through I saw on this person's Instagram, it just randomly popped up for me. I don't even follow them. It looks like watercolour paper. Look at that. Absolutely adorable. Just adorable. Yeah, I saw this and I was like, this is a book for Zoe. This is a bit of Zoe. So I sent it to her and she goes, I've immediately pre-ordered. Look at that. Very faint, like grey line work it looks like. But yep, I am definitely going to be getting this one. I think I'll probably get it on Lyrica. I think it was £12 on there. Oh, look at the characters, so cute. And I think it's got the coloured image on the left with a liner on the right. But from the flip through that they did, I think it was. But yeah, they've got such gorgeous coloured pages and like really inspiring, like using different colours for leaves and whatnot. So yeah, can't wait for that. But yeah, that's all I have for now. I was suggested by Kimberlyn to do a books that I've got my eye on video, and I think I might do that in the next week or two. The trouble is, I keep finding new books. I have to wait a flip for that, as I don't like all books. The Maria Troll version is less than £10 on Amazon UK. Maria Troll what version? Johnny, I'm trying to figure out what the typo is. It's less than £10 on Amazon. Maria Troll one. Oh, can't find it. Non-English Christmas. Ah, yeah, the Christmas one, £17.99, which I think is quite expensive. And I think if I see any more Maria Troll books that are single-sided, I'm not gonna pre-order them from iMusic. At least I think, unless it's going to be something that I'm just obsessed with. Just because I think it is quite expensive for a book that's got 40 pages. Right, I'm going to do the posts next. YouTube 10. I might actually get to doing the pencil shading today, or at least starting it. I might do all the basing and leave the background, and do the background at the end. Oh, let's put this on Do Not Disturb. But yeah, I came across those Tsugumi books just browsing on Amazon UK, as I often do. I'll search for colouring books and releases within the next 90 days, and that just popped up, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to tell the world about this. Because I know a lot of people love those books, but can't quite justify how expensive they are to order from either Etsy or on Aladdin, which is complicated. Camilla is really reaching into my soul this year. I think I want to do next month Camilla de Rico focus month, and try and colour a page in each of the books that I have. Yeah, I really like doing my focus artist months. I did one for Mermay in March, was it? I think so. It was 2 months ago. No, maybe it was February. What month was it? No, it was March. And then I wasn't able to, yes, because I wasn't able to do anything for April because I had too many plans. Wasn't able to do anything for May because I had too many plans. So I'm thinking June I'll do Camilla. Hi Brittany, welcome. Looks lovely. Book delivery, did you say? For which book? Jeanette, sorry. The Tsugumi books are available on Blackwell's, if you're on about those, and you don't want to order from Amazon UK. Ooh, I'll buddy with you if you do, as I've got a couple other books and I need a bump to start. Ooh, that would be good. Although I'm planning on really cutting down on buddies for June. I'm going to do a colour and chat, I've decided, where I talk about it. And the video title is going to either be Confessions of a Buddy Colouraholic or Help, I'm Addicted to Buddy Colours, and have it as my title for the colour and chat. Just as kind of like a discussion about it, because I have some things I want to talk about, and I've been thinking about it for a few months, and I think I'm finally ready to get it done. Guess what? Soon to be summer plans video. Very, very true. I did go through my list of books the other day, my randomizer list of books, updating it to remove all of the ones that were randomised for spring so they don't come up again. Trying to make sure that I've removed all the ones I don't want to come up. But knowing me, there will be at least 5 to 10 books that is going to be that get vetoed because of one reason or another. Because when you've got just a list of books of names, it's really hard to read them all. It's not hard to read, but it's when you're just scrolling through, it's hard to pick them out and go, oh, I don't want to do that one. Because as humans, we're not the best at proofreading. It would be easier if I, say, like, put artists in with it, but I cannot be bothered to add artists to that list. It's just meant to be a list of books. I could, like, search for the names of the art. Oh, I think it's done. Have I added all new books? Yes, yes, of course, I have added all the new books. Pink for the Cherry Blossom. This is, yeah, E030. Yes, Blackwell's, can't spell the name. No worries. The last one. This page reminds me of Dr. Seuss. It's got that kind of like quirky, uneven lines quality to it, doesn't it? Yeah, not sure when I'll do the summer randomizer. I think I want to get a few more of my May pages finished before thinking about next. Often I tend to film it around halfway through the month before the next season starts. But often when I do it, I like doing it as soon to the season as I can, because then that's when the inspiration hits. And it's like you get that wave of inspiration and it's like, oh well, I've got all these plans to do, so let's forget about that for now and carry on with these plans. Not that I'm not inspired to do my plans for May, because I am. But again, that's another thing I'm going to talk about in this colour and chat video. I'm thinking upload it next week. Got a lot of videos planned at the moment, a lot of videos in the brain. I recorded my love bombing, like how much or what I did on my day of love bombing and small victories, if you were there on the live stream on Wednesday when I did that. Yeah, I filmed that video and my sort of like process and explanation behind it. And I also filmed my collection of 4 seasons books that go through the 4 seasons. Turns out I've got 20 20 books that have specific seasonal sections, so I haven't counted any books that have pages for each of the 4 seasons. I've counted ones that have a spring section, summer section, winter, autumn. It's got to be defined sections. Sorry, I missed what you were saying about Romantic Country 2 collab. So I'm going to be doing Romantic Country 2 full book collaboration like I did with the first one this last month, or last month and a half. And that is going to be announced on Monday. And I will be accepting page requests from Monday at 5 PM. So if you want to get prepared, have a look through your book, pick out your top 3 pages. Maybe even draft an email, but don't press send because I'm not going to accept any submissions, just to try and keep things as fair as possible. But yeah, from 5 PM UK time on Monday is when it will open, and I'll have a video. I might even do it as a premiere, just to, I don't know, generate the hype. Be there. I enjoyed Jo's premiere video that she did for the Fantasy World collab announcement, so I was like, I want to do that. Then if people have any questions, I can answer them live as well if need be. The romantic collab video was fab, thank you Amy. No worries, Liz. Right, should I do these trees pink as well? What do you think? Yay pink trays? Yay pink trees? Nay pink trees. Whilst you decide, I'm going to colour the lily pads. And this is using, oh, it's G440 or G44, the new colours. We'll look at the book. Honestly, I haven't decided what page I want to do yet. Because I am allowing myself dealer's choice. I mean, why not? When you make your own collab, you can choose whatever you want to do. And I've been flipping through and I don't know what I want to do. I do have a whip in there, but I don't know if I want to do that. It's going to be quite a lot of work. But it would be good to see it finished. Anyone until 5 PM. That's when I will start assigning things. If I get anything before that... Oh, sorry if it just buffered out there for a second. I had a pop-up saying reconnection successful, so it must have disconnected. But should be back. Pink tree, yeah. Can you show us the width, please? Yes, yes I can. 1 second. I'm just gonna get this little cluster of lily pads done. Depends what you're doing for sky. I'm planning to do a pink to yellow blend, so pink at the top, yellow at the bottom. here's my example, this colour blend there for the sky. Looking forward to it, but may miss out as I'm due in hospital in the afternoon. Oh, sorry to hear that, Jeanette. But yeah, if you want to draft an email and then have it ready to just press send when the time hits, that is absolutely fine. Pink tree, yay. I'll take that as confirmation. I'll take that as all the prompting I need to make them pink. Yeah, I need to have a flip through and a think of that book. Because Romantic Country, the second tale, was a lot more detailed compared to the first one. Something I found so interesting about doing the first one is that it took about... It wasn't until I hit about 20 assigned pages before I started having to give people their second choices. Just goes to show that everyone is inspired by something different, or a lot of people are inspired by something different. And I think doing the updated list when it was getting down to the final few was quite helpful as well. So it just meant that there was very few people that I had to say, oh sorry, all of your options have been taken. I think it was about 2. So that really wasn't too bad at all. Nothing new, just same old problems. My Amazon Japan colouring books arrived this week. I'm in love. Problem is I don't know where to start, or I can definitely relate to that. Which books did you get? Remind me. I think you told us last time, but definitely... The rule is you can't say you bought some new books without telling us what books. That's the rule of the stream. You got to tell us. Right. I'll grab my Romantic Country. Oh, creaky deaky. Can I not have books this time? Hey, Amy, you chose it. I gave based on your choices. I didn't force you to have it. Pink would work, but maybe a different shade to Blossom. Okay. I've got a lighter pink, which might be good. Hiya, Dawn, welcome. So this is the whip I have. Oh, quick. Quick, plug in my laptop before it dies again. There we go. Woohoo. I have sound now, which is wonderful. Couldn't find my headband with the speakers in. Someone sent me Mythographic Avery, but I don't know who. Anyone fess up? Ooh, lovely Happy Mail. It's a gorgeous book. Yeah. I just feel like there's a lot of decisions to make about this page, but it would be great to see it done. So maybe I do, maybe I don't. I cannot decide. Can I just say being part of this community really makes me smile? Thank you. Well, thank you for being here as well, Jeanette. Yeah, I don't know if I want to just pick something simple. I don't know. I do. People prefer the paper of the Japanese ones. I actually prefer the paper of the English ones. It's smoother, and I think the polychromos work better. I do like any of the florally fairy ones. I'm also tempted to go for this one because I know everyone hates it, but I kind of want to do it. I have a vision for it, and I think it would be fun seeing it done. So I'm kind of thinking of like, do I take one for the team and do this one, because I know people don't like, but it's a stained glass window, so I want to like outline the stained glass panes. Yeah. It's been a while since I've coloured in this book. I can't remember the last page. I think it might have been the Pancake Party, which was April 2024. Let me see, what else have I got done in here? Yeah, that was 2023. That was definitely 2023 because that was the first one I did. What's that eat? Have I seriously only got 3 pages or 5 pages done? 1, 2, 3. I think I have. Now that is a big shame. Oh, Amy, I've got the page for you. Here you go. This is what you got. This is your page, Amy. Sorry, you said you wanted more books. More books, yes. Yeah, only 5 pages done. What am I doing? What am I doing with this book? Definitely neglected them. I need an eerie focus month as well. Right, there we go. I see you liking that page based on how much you like Vitro. Yeah, I could just picture it, and using maybe like Albert Durer's to create that kind of like watercolory watercolory effect, and then outline the panes with a metallic paint pen. Pre-drafted the email since it'll be 4 AM my time it's released, and I literally mentioned stained glass one at the bottom. You had an idea, could knock it out in a few hours in case no one took it. Nice. Ooh, you got a video idea for us both. Have to discuss it on Sunday. Love that. Can't wait to hear what it is. Right, sorry, I was quite behind. What is a collab? A collab is, at least in the sense that I'm talking about, this full book collaboration. Collab, short for collaboration, to start with. And what it was is, with Romantic Country, I assigned each page to a different colourist and put it all together in one video, which was uploaded today. Go check it out now, link below. There's no link below, but yeah, check it out on my channel, the most recent video. And yeah, just the idea is that we all collab together to complete this one book, and I'm hoping to send it to Erie. I've sent her a message, she needs to accept it before I can send the link. Oh, you got 4 Tokimeki ones, the bunny one, bear, polar bear and mouse sketchbook one, and I also got the Journey with Twins. Oh yes, oh, such a good book, love it. When does the page have to be done for the collab? End of May. So each of them will be a month and a half-ish. So it will be end of June. So you'll have plenty of time. Yeah, so the first one I announced mid-March, and then it was due end of April. This one's going to be announced mid-May, due at end of June. And then it will be similar. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the third tale. I'm going to do a poll, probably somewhere in June, to sort of get a feel like if I've got enough people saying yes they would want to join in. I think I would need at least, because there's, with the Romantic Country one there were 70 colourists, 70 pages spreads, doubles and singles included. There were 70 people who had to get involved, so I think if I'd want at least 50, because some people would be willing to take on 2 pages but not everyone would. But yeah, I think I'd need at least 50 people that would get involved. If not, I'll move to something else. Line art in Avery is gorgeous. It absolutely is. Got another book too, but I don't know how to explain it. I'm uploading a haul soon. Oh, I need to check out your channel. I'm gonna check out your channel. I can do that straight from here. Tap on your name. Go to channel. Subscribe. There we go. Lottie. Lottie is your name. Lovely. Yes, I will look forward to watching that, Lottie. Somebody is shamelessly stealing my colouring time, but he's too cute to say no to. Absolutely. Do it. Yeah, I do agree it's out of place, but I understand why and what it is. Hi Paulina, welcome in. Lovely to see you. I love a book page, Nessa too. Why did I do the Circle of Life double page whale all in pencil? And what made me start the page? See what's page in the Circle of Life in pencils? I'm blaming insomnia. Hey, sometimes the brain wants what the brain wants. And hi Shannon, welcome in. Lovely to see you. When do we sign up? It's going to be 5 PM UK time. but feel free to have a look through and draft an email. I will do a post tomorrow to formally announce it, given the details and whatnot. Right, let's get pink for the trees. I'm going to use that lighter pink. I don't know if it's maybe too light. There's 96 pages. Yeah, 96 pages, but some of those are double page spreads, which would be for the same person. So with the amount of double page spreads, depends on how. So like that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, etc. That's the second tail. Yeah, 96 pages, but depends on the spreads. Sounds fun. It is fun, and I enjoy putting it together. I think I need a colour for the grass here, but I don't know what colour. I'm thinking more of like a yellow toned green rather than this more blue toned green. Or would that be just like too random? Because I do class green as a neutral along with browns and greys. There's like an extra tone you can add in. Actually, the seahorse page, I'm blaming Jamie, who does the Wild Year colour along, and my friend who I went to visit picked it and got me hooked on the Traitors TV show. Oh yes, bloody love the Traitors, I do. Have you seen they've just announced the Celebrity Season 2 cast? Ooh, it's a good lineup. They've got some really good people in there. And I think the craziest one to me, Richard E. Grant. What is he doing in there? Cool. There's the big dog. Hi Stardust, welcome. Lovely to see you. I was so it's called Southwest, eh? I love the Traitors, I do. It's kind of more Bristolian, that. Bloody loves it, I do. Bloody loves it. Alright. Do her hair there. Then yeah, I'm going to go pink for the tail. Pink for that little bow. Stick. Let's go for the lighter pink for this bit of the tail. Might even blend it. Do some flicks of the darker pink and then blend up with the lighter pink. Yeah. Ross Kemp is in it as well. Michael Sheen. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. I've only watched seasons 3 and 4. My friend's already watched the other seasons. The Celebrity season was really good. Absolutely loved it. I think it's probably my favourite out of all of them so far. Really gripping. And it's like a really different, more interesting dynamic, the fact that you know majority of them before coming in, rather than like getting introduced to these like new characters. It like adds a different dimension to the show. Just love it. I'm trying to decide whether I want... Yes, I do. I made the decision for me. I was like, do I make all the mermaids have the same colours? And the answer is yes. If you said no, sorry, but I'm saying yes. yeah, who else have they got? They got Miranda Hart. They have Ramesh Ranganathan, Rob Beckett, Bella Ramsey from Last of Us and Game of Thrones. There are some names where I'm like, I don't know who you are, but my parents are like, oh yeah, I know them, and I'm just like, I don't know. But sometimes I don't know a name and like the picture they put on of them, but when they come on, I'm like, oh yeah, I do know who that is. It's a complete mix. I'm hooked. Absolutely, it is. Yeah, and I think that's the kind of beauty of it. The fact that you've got actors, comedians, TV presenters, kind of A-list, B-list, C-list, and then a few like very low. But those are really the kind of few and far between. I think I'm going to do these fish pink. Here in the USA, Traitors is on the Paid for Peacock app. Nice. Still, what? I'm still going to watch the first Celebrity series, even though I know who wins it. Oh, that's a shame, but yeah, definitely worth it. I mean, the final moment, what a moment. Just realised I think these are meant to be under the water, because that fin is above the water. I thought they were maybe jumping out of it, but maybe not. Oh, didn't take much convincing at all. My music order done. Don't let my husband see that shipping price. Yeah. Whoopsie. Your finger slipped. Something I'm waiting on and got shipped today is my very first order from Storm's Eye Design. I have been waiting to do this order for way too long. Way too long. Initially, I was going to do my first order after Flora and Fauna released, and then she announced Bits and Bobs and was working on that, and I was like, oh, I'm going to wait for that instead. Just so I can reduce the cost of shipping and combine them to get a cheaper deal kind of thing. Let's do the same for her. Might even add some of this pink onto their cheeks. Blend it out with the Warm Grey 0.5. So even though it's called Warm Grey, it's more of a... Oh. Sorry. OBS just disconnected and then reconnected again. It never used to do this, and then it did it last stream, and it's done it again this stream, and I'm just like, what's going on, OBS now? What you doing to me? I mean, it was hanging out in my cart for months. I was just taken aback by that shipping, but I fixed it by removing one book from the cart. Ah, so it must have been higher because of weight. That makes sense. I'm saving the other Traitors series until after my surgery so I can binge it when I'm stuck in bed. It's a good binge one. I didn't update OBS. I was going to today because I got up my laptop to do some setting up things, and I thought, ooh, it's kept on popping up with an update recently, and then I thought, oh, I'll do it today because I sort of opened it up a few hours ago, and then it didn't actually come up with an update, and I went and checked and it was like, no, you're all up to date. This was like the patch fix update, but I did the one before, did that a few weeks ago. But yeah, I never update OBS straight away because it's always super glitchy after an update. Oh, it's forced your update, has it? Ah. That'll be it then. Yeah, because I kept putting like, nope, nope, nope. Just watched flip through, and so tempted to do an order. Yeah. Get my pink blushy. Shipping was still 12. I just pay less for books. Oh, right, okay, I see. Fair enough. Oh, I accidentally did a dot outside where I wanted it to go. That is fine. There we are. Right. This grassy bit. Let me just get another green marker to see if I want to do that. And I don't know how to colour this heron. I need to look up a reference. That's what I told my dad, it wasn't me, it was either the colouring book fairies or the Amazon fairies. They decided you needed new books or supplies. I like that. We need that, a colouring book fairy. Right, I could probably go... Now I'm looking at the yellow greens, I think it would look weird. So I'm going to keep it the same colour. So that helped me make my decision. Just looking at the swatches. The 3 I got was the ones I wanted anyway. The last was like, oh, it looks interesting, might as well. So I'm not too sad about it. Fair enough. So which ones did you get in the end? Was it Maria Troll's Seasons, Tales from the Castle Ruins, and ... What is going on here with some of this grass? Got grass coming up here as well. I can make all this grass behind the tree for simplicity's sake. Maria Troll's Magical Library. Oh yeah, that's what I meant. I meant Magical Library, but I said Seasons. Hannah Carter's Castle Ruins and Halloween. Lovely stuff. The bird is a red-crowned crane if you're looking for a reference. Say that 10 times fast. Red-crowned crane, red-crowned crane, red-crowned crane, red-crowned crane. I love doing things like this. I can't do it. My words just can't go. Gosh, OBS. What are you doing to me? And we're back, sorry. What is going on tonight with OBS? Yeah, I just opened Instagram. I thought 75 books would be enough. Apparently I was very wrong. Wow. 75 for a small... I'm so pleased for her. Love that. Yeah. I feel like with Stormside Design, because she's independent and because she's so... like... she goes through the entire illustrative process of her books on Instagram and shows you all the update pictures and pages, so you know exactly what you're getting. And it's the sort of thing where just the more books that she comes out with, the more popular she's going to get, and it'll just keep steamrolling. So happy for her. Right, what am I looking for? Red-crowned crane. Red-crowned crane. Oh. Sorry, I need to show you this picture, but be prepared for lines. Look at that face. It's the first thing I see, just the eye. What a face. So just a tiny bit of red there. Oh, so basically where the shading is the black bits. Then everything else is white. Yeah, so black feathers. What colour is it? So I'll just get out the dark grey. Let's get... I'm gonna go... Need the light on. OBS today stands for obvious balls. Literally. Obviously bullshit. Is what I'm assuming you were trying to get at. Let's go NG06. find it. There it is. What colour is its beak? Kind of a greyish colour as well. Thank you for giving me the name of the bird, because I probably would have ended up searching for heron, because I don't know my birds. Cranes, herons, potato patata. Birds aren't my thing. There we go. And then I just need a spot of red. R1. There we go. And I think I'll do this. Start off with the grass. I'll go light beigey colour for that. That's what I'm going to do. Wanted to get the new Maria Troll. I'm happy I waited and watched flips. Too much empty space for me. That is good. Probably a little bit darker than I wanted, but that's fine. Yeah, that's the same colour as that, isn't it? I meant to get the lighter one, but oh well. Done. And I'm thinking of doing the hair black. So I'm going to grab NGO6. Now I have Stupid Kid's Song About Heron stuck in my head. I have no idea what that is, and honestly I'm glad. Yeah, I've got 3 books from Storm's Eye Design coming my way. I'm planning on doing a flip through for all 3 of them, kind of like a Storm's Eye Design showcase. And I am really looking forward to receiving it. I was chatting to Jo after watching her flip through of it. I was like, yeah, love. We rarely do use black for a hair colour, but I saw someone's coloured version of this page and they used black for all of their hair, and I was like, I like that. So I stole the idea. Oh yeah, they are popping. It's a Lithuania song, so of course nobody knows it. That's good, yeah. If I'm completely honest, I want more detail from both Maria Troll and Johanna Basford. They've both gone a bit too simple for me. Yeah, I get what you mean. I really hope the next Maria Troll book is a bit more detailed. Kind of more like Shooting Star or Sargon. And I also hope it's double-sided. I hope she kind of switches between the two. Do I make this bit grass? because otherwise this just kind of ends there. So should I continue it along here so it ends? Yes. The answer is yes. If you said no, the answer is yes. Just make it easier for the background as well, you're not getting into these like fiddly areas. There we go, I think that works just about. Down a bit more brown here, that's a bit of tree. There we go. One thing I like in new Maria books is faces. Her older faces are a bit for me. That's one reason why I didn't get Sargon. Fair enough. For the pure reason, Jeanette, I prefer double-sided because it's double the amount of pages. I'm a greedy girl. And also, I like a double-sided book when I think it warrants it. Whereas I think Maria Troll's artwork doesn't necessarily warrant alcohol markers. I don't know if that even makes sense. I think with the bolder like line work, then yeah, it kind of makes more sense. But with that older style, it's so detailed, you don't need alcohol markers. And when the paper is so good that you don't need them for it, I'm just like, what's the point? Sargon's the last book we had full detail from Maria, but she used to balance it really well. Yeah, I agree. Simple and detailed pages. Well, even Shooting Star. Grab that one. This has a really good balance. Like, some of them are quite simple, like that one. But then others have more detail. And even, yeah, because you got some with that thicker line work and then some with the thinner. So I think this is a really good balance. I think people don't actually realise quite how simplistic Shooting Star was. Because I remember when it first released, I was like, I don't know if I want this book because it was so simplistic. And then it grew on me, the more and more I saw it coloured. But yeah, flipping through this, it's reminding me of flipping through the other newer books as well. Like, that's just a star and a couple of hills. Yeah, and you've got this thicker line work, but then also the thinner ones, but the more recent ones have that as well. It's definitely more detailed, but you've got some quite simplistic pages as well. It's interesting. I haven't come flipped through this book in a little while, so I really love that page. I feel like sometimes they must feel rushed to get books out. Yeah, I've got a theory, or I've got a hope, I've got a desire, I've got a theory that Maria is alternating because our most recent one, Magical Library, single-sided. The one before that was Seasons, that was double-sided. The one before that was the Christmas one, single-sided. The one before that, Sargon, double-sided. So I'm hoping she's alternating, and maybe that's why we're getting 2 books a year. But I'd much rather 1 book a year and it be double-sided for me, rather than 2 books a year and they be both single-sided, because it adds up. It adds up. The ones in the library book are cute. I like the grandma and the Victorian girl. Yes, I do love those pages. Right, I'm just going to pop you guys on the Be Back Soon screen for a moment, just because I need a wee. And then I will come back and start the pencil shading with you all. So I'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Okay, I'm back. I like the library book, but I think it could have had pages which were more detailed. Some pages were very similar. So yeah, I like it, and I don't think it's less detailed than the Seasons one. But I suppose quite a few people didn't like the Seasons one because it was less detailed as well. But yeah, I love the theme. I think there's enough detailed pages in it. Oh, just getting it out for comparison's sake. On the one side, funny. I agree on her style not calling for alchemy markers, but on the other side, well, we just decide what pages fit which supplies. It's personal preference, and I like having options. Also true, like, I don't hate it, and I think for pages like this, it'll be really nice to get a nice smooth colour of background. You don't have to worry about your pencils. Oh, did you see Colour with Claire's version of this? I absolutely loved it. Loved it. Yeah, some of them are, but I think I'd say majority of these are detailed enough for me. Like, flipping through, there's none that I would say that's too simple for me personally. I think this one could have had a bit more going on. I think it's the empty backgrounds with the clouds in. Oh, I love that page with the mouse. Yeah, one of my favourites. I love this one as well. And I love that one. I love so many. That, oh, just stunning. Love him. Love him, love him. Yeah, now let me grab Seasons, because I think this is more simplistic. The pages are less full, I feel, with these. I'm sorry, but that's more simplistic. Yeah, I'd say the Magical Library is more detailed than this one. They're both quite similar, but there's just more pages in here. But yeah, the fact that you've got thick line work this side, thin line work that side, that looks like one of her old style illustrations. It's kind of an odd mix. It's just like, what? Why? Almost like these have been zoomed in, or that one's been zoomed out. I think it seems simpler because it's single-sided. Yeah, and not having something next to it makes you feel like it's more plain, in a way. Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, flipping through this, I wouldn't say it's more detailed than the Magical Library one. I'd say they're pretty comparable in terms of detail. But again, just my opinion. You're allowed to not like a book. In fact, it's better on your wallets if you don't like a book. There we go. The cat just looks annoyed with Ruckus. It's so cute. Right, I think I'm going to use polychromos for this page because I want to. I usually do Prismacolors for the pencil shading in these books, but I fancy me polys. Okay, rose carmine, salmon, beige red, all the pinks. Want a bit of cinnamon for the skin, and maybe a bit of burnt ochre as well. The hair I'm going to need, oh, where is black? Black's here. Black, Payne's Grey, Cold Grey 5, then Cold Grey 1 and Cold Grey 3 for that heron. Nope, crane. It's a crane. It's a Seneca crane. Yeah, I've been reading Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes this week, and I'm almost at the end. I've got 3 hours left. 7 chapters, I think. Let me check my Audible. 3.5 hours left, but a little bit shorter than that because I've got it on 1.25 speed. Yeah, I'm on chapter 24, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chapters left and the epilogue. Yeah, but absolutely loving that. Right, for these things, Bistar and brown ochre, then light cobalt turquoise, little one, and cobalt green. I'm thinking Hooker's green and emerald green for the grass / lily pads. I think that's it. Pinks, blacks, blue, green, brown. Yeah, that's it. Cool. Those there. Get out of the way there. Bought my Chromaflows with me by mistake and I'm loving them. Forgot how good they are. Nice, Jeanette. Like, they are great pencils. I've been loving using them recently. Don't mind me, I'm just going to chat whilst I give these all the sharpen. See you all, thanks for watching. Can't wait to see it finished. It's beautiful already. Thank you, Christine. And thanks for joining the live. And welcome, Natalia. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I've done the basing for this, just the pencil shading left to go. Not sure how much of the pencil shading I'll get done, but I'll start it. Ugh, sorry for the loudness. But I like doing it all at the start, then it's all done. Don't think it's too loud actually. I mean, it is a bit. Could be worse noises. Okay, I think I'm going to start simple with the lily pads. So I've got Hooker's green and emerald green for this. Just doing a little bit of Hooker's green. Mainly the emerald green. Let's just do a couple there to test them out. Yep, like how that looks. Maybe a bit too dark. I don't know. Love my Chromaflows too. Looking forward to breaking in my Chromaflows. Just wish the barrels were thicker. I recommend these. They're by Osteed. Pencil grips. They slide onto the Chromaflows really easily. I like how there's a bunch of colours. There's 5 per colour, which for me, just when I start colouring, I'll put the greens on the green pencils, pinks on the pink pencils, browns I either do black or orange, depending on what I've got on the rest of the page. And it also acts as a easier cue to look and be like, oh, there's my blue, rather than having to look at just the dipped end. But yeah, this makes it a lot more comfortable. So I really do recommend these. And having a big set means you can add all the grips at the start, and you don't have to worry about changing your grips over all the time. So yeah, like that. Working on a spread in 30 days, which is my art journaling colouring book. So I've cut out some glue everywhere. Good luck. And I'm assuming probably a fair bit of glitter as well, or at least you will, potentially. Yeah, I'm not going to use the Hooker's green. That's way too dark. I don't know why I thought that. But I'm much preferring how it's looking without the Hooker's green. I'm going to bring in light phthalo green instead. It's fine, just erase it like it never happened. But yeah, what is everybody else working on today? Definitely let me know. Haven't asked that yet. Been chatting about other bits and bobs. But yeah, I'm thinking I probably won't finish this tonight. If I do, I'd be very surprised. But I don't think it would take me very long to finish it in the next week's stream. So I think I might plan to do a page in Tiny Tales Volume 3 to kind of fill that space, because I did have a request to do that on live, and I've got a page as a buddy colour. If I plan out my colour scheme beforehand, it'll make it nice and easy to do once I finish the pencil shading on this page. Shannon's working on the Mythographic page with Crayolas. Oh yes, it was that bird with pencils one. Looks awesome from what I saw of it. I was assuming some of the glue had glitter in it. You would assume. If it comes to Amy, you would assume. If there's glue, there must be glitter. Ollie's doing the Dragonspell page for May. Love it. I do want to get that one done this month. Million Mermaids today and Adorable Petit Poupées yesterday. Ooh, cute. Which one did you do from Adorable Petit Poupée? Love that book. Dell's starting another whip. You whip away, girl. Page in Colour Me Capybaras. Nice. Nice easy one. Nif's just started a mandala. Needed something easy. Yeah, good mindless page to do that. Yet another mermaid. Nice, Jackie. Tis the season for mermaids. Oh, Natalia's working in Shooting Star. Lovely. I need to get back to that book. I was thinking the other day, it's been too long since I last covered. I think it was summer last year. It's a book I really neglect. Ooh, I should do that. Video idea. Don't mind me coming up with more video ideas. I'm writing that down. Books. Books I've neglected. I can tick some of these. Top 10 that. Filmed that. Haven't done anything else. There was something else I was going to do. Colour and chat. Buddy colours. There we go. Just making some plans. Not that I need any more. Nif needs to start Colour Me Capybaras. Nikki's working in Birds in the Forest, and hi Nikki. Jeanette's in Small Victories, your travel book, love it. I have been loving Small Victories this week. I'm going to do my video about love bombing, put that up tomorrow. Now I'm hesitant to start pencil work for my new set, so I chose an alcohol marker page. No worries. Yeah, sometimes you're just like eager for the new set, and you're like, well, what's the point of starting when I've got all of this that I can use? Yeah, I don't blame you, Adele. Ooh, Ursula, nice, for Colours Star Wars prompt, love it. Sure, it looks amazing. Yeah, what have I coloured today? This morning I did the Matchstick Mouse Adventure page with help on colour choices from Amy during her stream. I was like, I'm stuck. Amy, help. Help me, please. She did, and I loved her suggestions. I definitely would not have thought of that on my own. And then I started doing the Fairy Folklore page that I showed at the start of stream. The Tooth Fairy. You're doing a mandala too at the moment whilst I wait customer service requests. Love it. Yeah, it's a good one where you can just stop what you're doing quickly. Yeah, I did write a list out for this week. I haven't made too much progress to it though. I've done some. Done Winter Wonder, done Matchstick Mouse. I'm working on crystal colouring. I'm going to put a line. Working on Fairy Folklore. And I've started A Million Mermaids. yeah, I was ambitious when I wrote this list at the start of the week, especially as I spent a whole day colouring in small victories, but it's good to look at a smaller selection rather than all my plans. That's why I like doing those lists. Going, oh, what do I do? Let's look at my list. Okay, yeah, I'm going to pick that one. I'm trying to get quite a few, or some buddies done towards the start of the month, so that I'm not only got buddies towards the end. Because I made that mistake last month where I started off and it took me about a week before I completed my first buddy. Sent a meadow video, but you'll need sound off. Okay. Let me get it up. Let me get it up. Get it on my laptop. Hi Jasmine, and hi Nixie, welcome in. Let me sign in. Oh, has it signed me in? Yep, it's done it. Oh, is it going to let me? What is that? How do I get the sound off? How do I remove the sound? I know what I can do. I can just mute this so we got no music for a moment. But look at her. What is that? No, no. What have you done? What have you done to Sweet Meadow? Bless her heart. Oh, it's a nightmare. Yeah, get rid of that. Right, get my... Oh, no. Stop. It's playing Hey Macarena. Oh, I can see where I could have turned it off there. There we go. Picture's looking stunning. Thank you, Kate. I am enjoying colouring this. Yeah, don't know if I'll finish it today. Probably won't. Never say never. You never know on a stream how long something's going to take. You really don't. My bunny, bless her. What the heck was that? That was Zoe's bunny. I don't. Light. There we go. Light phthalo green. Oh, I missed one. Ooh. Hi Louise, working on swatching my 360 Grangnar markers. It's taking forever, but once it's done, you'll be glad that it is. It'll make things so much easier. Welcome in, hope you're doing well. How many pages have I finished this month? Let's have a look. I have done, I think it's 9. Oh no, 10. I've done 10. By day 8 I've done 10, and I've started a lot. Oh, I started with that random lily pad down there, but there we go. Now I've done 10 and the colouring streak is still alive. It was 232 the other day. And there's now 2 more. So 234. There we go. I've managed to colour at least 1 page a day since the 26th of December. Oh yeah, I put the unpopular opinions tag video up this week, and I got a lot of comments. It's kind of an overwhelming amount. I mean, always appreciate, do not get me wrong, but yeah, it was a lot of comments, and it was really interesting hearing some additional unpopular opinions from other people who had commented. And I think the most controversial one I said was about colour-alongs and how I think they are slightly overrated in a way. To get my full answer, watch the video. But I also said that I think colour-alongs are overrated, whereas live streams are underrated in terms of what you get out from them. And I had a couple of comments of people going, I hate live streams, and I just thought, okay, you do you. I'm not forcing you to watch it. And then someone replied, me too. And I was just like, oh my god, they're banding against me. But I mean, I get it, live streams aren't for everyone. If you can't make them as well, they're not as fun. At least in my opinion. Like, someone said they didn't like them because it was hard to follow along as a colour along. And I was like, I don't think that's necessarily what live streams are for. Some of them are. And I quite like tutorially, but they're great, the fact that you can ask questions in real time, get answers in real time. That's what I love and appreciate about them. And just having company whilst you colour. Having someone that's talking and responding to you as you colour. Yeah, I love live streams. Who was it? It was Auntie Chris in Amy's stream. She was like, I think I'm addicted to live streams. And I was like, yes. If there's an evening here where there isn't a live stream on, I'm like, what do I do now? I've got so much free time. Because there almost always is a live stream on in the evening. That's evening in the UK/Europe. Mondays it's Steve and then Polly. Tuesdays it's Tara. Wednesdays it's Yolanda. Thursdays it's Vera every other week, or going to be soon every week. Fridays it's me. Saturdays it's Annika. That's not till late. And Sundays it's Yolanda/Lucy. Oh, and Saturdays there's also Steve. I always forget that he also does Saturdays now. So yeah. And if you're ever wondering how I know or what other live streams are out there, check the link in the description. I have a relatively up-to-date spreadsheet of people's live stream times. It's based on their local time, and this was initially created by Kimberlyn, and I have helped her with the editing process, just so it's not all on her. Yeah, we'll work together to keep that up to date. It just means that whenever you click on the link, it'll always be updated when you click on it or access the document. One day I used to Mondays I used to miss them, but then I got sussed. Yeah. I don't like it when people are colouring but they don't speak at all. I agree. I hate a colour along with just music. I find it so boring. With my saga ones I put little sections, but they're no more than about 2-3 minutes long of like sped up bits with music, and feel free to skip along. But yeah. Ooh, Amy's going to try and do Fridays 9 AM regular. Nice. Yeah, we did add you at the bottom saying streamers who don't have a set schedule, check them out. Do like a live even if I'm lurking. I think creators get more out of them. Sometimes because colour alongs are a huge amount of work, they don't always get a lot of engagement, I think. Yes. I think the trouble is with colour alongs is they're so niche, because there's so many factors for someone to want to watch a colour, especially if it's a silent one, which are easier to create. In terms of like, you don't have to sit and speak just to yourself, which is kind of hard. But for editing purposes, like, yeah, just doing it to music. It means that, one, someone's got to have that book 2, someone's got to have that page uncoloured, and 3, someone's got to like what you've done to that page enough to want to follow along. If it's a chatty colour along, I think that's different. Like, often I like a chatty colour along, like I've watched a few of Paulina's where I'm colouring the same page, not necessarily following the colour along, but just colouring along with her like I would do, like it's a live stream, except it's pre-recorded and there's no back and forth chatting. Those I find more interesting, but just silent ones, it's not for me. It's not for me, and that's okay. Colour alongs aren't for everyone. Got a bit crazy at the beginning of the year when everything changed. What were they doing? What they were doing? Yeah, there was a lot of change going on all at the same time, weirdly. Sunday is Tara's premiere, so that's interactive too. Very true. I seem to always miss them because I'm eating my tea at that time. And the same supplies as well, yeah. Barely watch colour alongs unless they're chatty. Same. Prefer tutorials because they're more universal. Yeah. I watched silent colour alongs literally once. It was at the very beginning and I copied one page to figure out on lighting/shading. I've done a couple of Karens, but I haven't exactly followed the colour along. It's more the colour combos I watch for, so I know, okay, she starts with this colour, then she applies this colour, then this one. Once I see one section, I'm like, okay, I'm good to go. I'll often play back several times so I can copy. And I think another slight issue with colour alongs is that there's so many established creators that do regular colour alongs, and they're so popular that it kind of drowns out everyone else. So it makes it really hard for newer creators to get a foot in the door. And it can be really demoralising getting like 50 views for a video that you put hours and hours of work into, not only colouring but also editing, especially if people are putting the colour names on the screen. That must take so long. I do not do that. I do not do that. Instead I'll try and say what I'm using at the time. But I also believe in creating videos that you would want to consume. I am not someone who consumes colour alongs, so I don't create colour alongs. But I would be interested in following a full book colour along membership, so that's why I created that. So I think if you're creating the content you would consume, it means that others will also find you and want to consume it as well, rather than creating content that you think people want to consume rather than what you actually want to do or enjoy doing. That's when the fun starts to disappear. More or less I followed a colour along with different pencil set, just picked what matched best. Yeah, did that once. It just took a while. I preferred, when I first started colouring, and this was another thing I was chatting about in the comments, is that when I started colouring I never watched colour alongs because I didn't have the same pencils or supplies people use, so it felt a bit pointless to me. I had a pencil set called Creative Peaks, which no one did, and then I got the Brute Funa Squares, which few people used. It was all Polychromos, Prismacolors. And because I spent so long using them and not watching colour alongs when I first started colouring, because I feel like that's when you really start to sort of ingrain those habits. Because I never started watching colour alongs, I never did, or very rarely do. It's only if I see something I'm like, I love how that's coloured, I want to follow it. It tends to be the only times I do it. There's been a couple of Karen's pages where I'm like, okay, I love how she's coloured that, I cannot picture any other way to do it, so I'm going to follow it. Yeah, I love Paulina's. So chatty, it's like she's in the room with you. Yeah, me too. She is one of the only ones I watch, I'll be honest, for colour alongs. Like, she did one in Green Ivy's book, and I was like, yes, I'm going to do it at the same time. And then it's like we're buddy colouring in real time. It was great. That you've got the memberships to hang out in the streams, don't even have Sargon. Fair enough, Adele. And I really appreciate that. Tend to watch silent colour alongs to fall asleep, or if I'm having a bad pain day. Yeah, nice and relaxing for you. Hiya Ada, popping in for a bit, lovely to see you. Many of the established creators are doing less. I think because they see it in the views. I've never been someone that's been motivated by views. I know when I first started my channel, one of my favourite things to do was find pages that fit the season, and those got terrible views numbers, but I was like, I'm going to still do it because I enjoy making it, and that's my whole goal of making this channel, to create content that I enjoy. If 100 people join or 1,000 people join, I'm still going to make it. It doesn't matter. And I was like, this is always and forever going to be for my hobby. If I make it into a chore or a job, then it's going to lose that enjoyment. So try to hold that kind of mentality, but it's hard, and it is demoralising when you put effort into a video and it doesn't do as well as you hope. It just makes you feel a bit meh, but I don't let it stop me. Follow Connie, last one on the teacups page, nice. Where have I gone? Lives of us chatting with the community, absolutely. Spent ages matching pencils to the colour along I followed, yeah. Never followed a colour along. What I do sometimes is I will screenshot finished pages to have a jumping off point. Yeah, when I first started colouring, I got on a side tangent, but yeah, I never started watching colour alongs. But instead what I would do is find pages I liked, how they were coloured on Instagram or Pinterest, save it, have it up next to me, and try and copy it as best as I could with my own pencils. And that's how I learned, rather than through video colour alongs. And Tyra when she's using Inktense, but I don't have half the colours, so I make them up. Nice. Do you think following is a good learning experience? Definitely. And I think it helps you get outside your comfort zone in terms of colour combinations, colour palettes. I know one that I followed with Karen made me appreciate layering a bunch of Prismacolors all on top of each other. Exactly, do what you like. I'm off to bed. Have fun. Slaplecker, Paulina, have a good night. Thanks for joining. Suzanne has stopped completely. I downloaded them from YouTube. When she deleted them from YouTube, they also deleted off my laptop. Honestly, I understand people stepping away from YouTube. Don't get me wrong, understand it. But why delete all your videos? Just keep them up. Like, just keep them there. I also wish creators just didn't disappear. Like a quick post to say, I'm not inspired, I'm not making videos, I don't know if or when I'll be back. Like a sentence. Just so then you can go onto the post tabs to be like, oh, where is this person? Check the post. Oh, most recent post a year ago, and it was something completely random. They just disappear. And you do have this kind of... Sorry, I'm looking for a pencil that fell on the floor. And you do have this parasocial relationship with people, so I think... Yeah, like there's no obligation, but just a quick, I'm gone, goodbye, don't miss me kind of thing. Like, I'm okay. Right, where is this pencil? Where'd you go? I'm standing up. Where is it? Where did it go? One that I'm using. It's the next pencil I need. I mean, it's got to be here somewhere. I heard it drop. Aha! So I have this organiser with my old Tombos. And look, there it is. It fell directly in one of the holes. There's the pencil. I knew I heard it. Yeah, I worry if people just disappear. Me too. Went through a portal, landed here in Canada. Can you just ship it back over real quick, please? And thank you. Easier to match pencil with palette kit, absolutely. Just realised this page looks like the two at the top are flirting and the third one's just chilling and pretending she's not there. Oh my gosh, yeah. She's like, oh, hello. And he's like, look at me. And she's just like, I'm just swimming along, playing with the fishies. Not a care in the world. Find most colour alongs use Prismas, which I don't have, and converting it into my pencils just feels like too much. Nothing against the creators, that's on me being lazy, but yeah, I mean, yeah, that's completely fair enough, Ada. I felt the exact same. I think that happened to Pamela, if you know who I mean. Yeah, totally agree. Something to say see her would be appreciated, yeah. Lucy disappeared, yeah, that's what I think of. Hi Laura, and hi Whitney, welcome both. Oh, come on. Yeah, I mean, I'm forever someone who just wants transparency. I mean, I may have like a few weeks or a week or two where I don't make videos. But I think if it's going to be anything more than about a month, just a quick update. I think of Sarah in Canhu. She was like, I'm not making videos for a while. Don't know when I'll be back. And then you just know that she's gone for now. She might return, she might not. And she did, which was lovely. Lovely to see her return. Followed the colour along once and I enjoyed it, but I haven't done any since. Want to learn to pick decent colour combos myself through trial and error. That's also an important part of your kind of colouring experience, like just finding out what works for you and what you like, because sometimes following a colour along, it's fun, but it doesn't feel like your own, or it doesn't feel quite as satisfying as you're doing it your own, even though you spent the entire time colouring it and it is 100% your page and your efforts, and it doesn't mean you're less of a colourist for following colour along. But yeah, I just, because sometimes people go, oh well, it was only colour along. For me it would be more like, I can't take credit for the colours because it was from someone else, but yeah, I did all the colouring. That was all me. Me too, maybe a bit too honest. Nothing wrong with that. It does feel less creative when I copy. Yeah, I get that. For me, it's a once in a blue moon that I follow a colour along. I can name two pages where I followed a colour along. Yeah, I think that is it. And one of them I didn't really follow it. I followed it for part of it, and then the other part I did my own thing. And that was the Cheroof from Mythic World. That one I converted the pencils, and yeah, I was like, this is too much effort, because at the time I didn't have Prismas. So I converted them using her PDF chart. This is Karen, My Colourful Country Life. Would have been much easier nowadays. And then the second one was by her in Die Welt unter der Lupe Zalande. But even then, like, I still made tweaks myself. I was like, oh, I don't like that purple bird over there, I'm going to make it yellow. You know, just making little tweaks to suit it for yourself. It's less creative, but sometimes I'm okay with that because I'm tired. Yeah, and at the end of the day, you're still doing it. See you later, Amy. Have a lovely night's sleep. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Oh, I tell you what, I've got such a backlog of videos to watch. Mainly because I've been spending so much time listening to The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. So I would have been more caught up, but spending a lot of time listening to that. Sort of 2 to 3 hours a day listening to that. It's just meant that I'm behind on a lot of videos, but they're saved in a playlist to watch later, so we'll get to them all eventually. Right, that's all the wood. I'm gonna do these bits underwater now because I kind of just want to see it done. So I'm just using the brown ochre and very, very lightly colouring over the top. just to give that like essence of colour underneath. I don't know what you call it. It's not a reflection, it's like being able to see it slightly underwater. I don't know what term I'm trying to look for there. There's a word for it and I just can't think of it right now. Someone will tell me. When it comes to doing exactly like someone else, I only ever did that once with RJ. I was very intimidated by his art, so as a first ever page, I copied his page off Instagram. Now I'm obsessed. Yes, I'm actually wanting to do one of his colour alongs this month. I think I'm going to do Larry Visits the Oracle, because as soon as I saw that page, I was obsessed. It's got all these like pinks and purples and glowing lights. So cool. So cool. And it's like the sort of thing that I would never think up by myself, and he really kind of uses the alcohol markers to their fullest potential, but also adds a bit of pencil shading, and that's something I haven't done. Like, if I use alcohol markers for blending, I just use the alcohol markers, and if I'm doing pencil shading, I just do a flat base. So to do that kind of mix that he does, where it's probably 80% alcohol markers, 20% pencil on top, will be a really fun challenge. And the prompt for the RJ Hampson collective this month is "Yes you may," so I am interpreting that as yes I may copy his colour palette. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while and I just haven't got round to it. Yes, the transparent effect in the water, that's it. Tell you what, it looks good on my preview of the camera. It also looks good in real life. But seeing it zoomed out a bit makes it look even better. Hi Amy, we just lost an Amy and now we've gained an Amy. Welcome in. Different spelling though. And hi Ravia, welcome, been a while. Yes it has, hope you're doing well. I've actually started a page in one of my Japan books, woohoo! Started a page in the Tokameka book, starting with the leaves as that's easy. Adorable. Which bunny book? Is it the one by Katoli, or is it the one, the Fairy Tales one? Or is it the Peaceful Rabbit one? Because there's a couple. I'm sure I screenshotted some of your finished pages for Inspo, Jess, hope you don't mind. Honestly, I see it as the biggest form of flattery, someone wanting to recreate my pages. I think there's nothing nicer for someone to do, as long as you credit. Although I'll never forget, this was before I had a YouTube channel. I was just scrolling through Instagram one day and I saw a page and I was like, that looks like my own page. Check the comments, check the description. No, doesn't say you were inspired by me. Went and even got my own page and compared it, and I was like, they have copied colour for colour, placement for placement, exactly what I've done. And I was like, why didn't you just say? Or say, I copied this from someone, can't remember who it was. They literally didn't mention it at all, and I just thought that was a bit cheeky. I didn't really care though. Not enough to post a comment about it, but I was just like, that's funny. And I think that was the first time ever I'd seen someone recreate my coloured page, so I was just like, I was flattered, to be honest. I was just like, just give someone some credit. Thinking about copying one of Sierra Truong's pages, because I love her lighting effects and not sure how to approach her pages on my own. Sounds nice. Working my Amy shift until the next Amy comes along. Love that. Bring on the Amys. I would say you never see more than one at once, but that's a lie. Sometimes there are three. Sometimes there are all three of the Amys that I have. Oh, there's another Amy as well, Amy Harrington. So sometimes there's four. I think it's very rare there's four. Yeah, I find it interesting how there's common names in the colouring community. There's a lot of Amy's of various different spellings, and for me the most interesting one is the amount of Janas/Yanas there are in the colouring community. I have never met a Jana / Johanna in my life. Actually, no, that's a lie. I think one of my lecturers at uni was called Jana. But I'd never met one apart from that person. And there's 4, at least. I think there might even be 5 that I've met in the kind of, like, why is it such a popular name amongst colorists? What's going on there? I just find it interesting. I'm trying to think what other name there's quite a few of. I feel like there's quite a few Kates / Katies. Karens, yeah. You're well, been MIA due to going on walks. Had a break from colouring, but I'm starting from tomorrow. Sounds lovely, Rabius. We all need our breaks from colouring sometimes. I mean, might not seem like I do with my 134-day streak, but I do have breaks, and I do have breakdowns. But yeah, it's just been a while since my last one. Did you say Jana? I was sort of half listening. Yes, one of the most common, and I think that's like the most weird common one, because I'd say that's quite an uncommon name, and the fact that there are multiple in the colouring community is just interesting to me. Yeah, I can think of 4 at the top of my head. Wish RJ's flip-throughs were slower, as I'm not able to find flip-throughs made by colourists. Yeah, his are pretty quick. You can change the speed though. Italia, if you go on the settings, you can change to half speed. That might be good for you. I remember when... which book was it? I think it was Hide and Seek when that came out. I was so proud to be the first person to get a flip-through up of that. I remember, I think I'd only just started my channel, or I hadn't had it for so long, and I remember being chatting to my dad downstairs in the kitchen. I was like, yes, I'm the first one, I'm so excited. But even now, if I'm not the first one, like, I know a lot of people will say, oh, I haven't bothered to do a full flip because there's loads of flip throughs online. I still want to hear your personal thoughts. I want you to flip through and go, I love this, I think this is so cute, or this one, I like it. I just like hearing people's thoughts. That's my favourite thing about hauls. Not necessarily seeing what books they have, but seeing how they like them. I like opinions. I'm a big opinions person. The one by Catoli, cute. You're a hot mess now, right now, very tired. Finishing? Can you believe it? Finishing which page? What page? What are you finishing? Can I believe what? What are you on about, Kimberlyn? Speaking of your streak, is that a streak of colouring every day or actually finishing every day? Because finishing is wow. It's finishing. It's finishing. If I tracked colouring, that would be really boring because I do colour every day. But tracking a finished page is more interesting for me. And specifically, it's finishing a colouring page like this, not a colour by number. Oh, finishing. I think it's because I saw your finishing, but I didn't read Ada's comments before. Thank you, Kimberlyn. Yeah, it is finishing. And the reason I don't include colour by numbers is because I track my colour by numbers on a separate post-it note. And so I like to be able to see all down here every single day. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. I won't say all the numbers because there's 134 of them. But yeah, it is at least one a day, and sometimes they are really simple. Like on the 21st, I did 50 Zodiac miniatures. Some days I do 2. I did a Lost and Found and a Quiet Tarot. Some days I do 3 or 4. Like the last days of the month, I tend to do a lot. Often I can do about, I don't know how many. During the last week I do quite a lot, usually around like, I don't know, 15 to 20-ish? Yeah, 31st, so from the 26th, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, plus some colour by numbers. Yeah. Where do you find your audiobooks? I find Audible so expensive, but they have the best selection. So yes, I only used Audible to get the Hunger Games prequels, because I agree it's so expensive. You get one book a month, and it's what? How much? I need to double check. I want to get my facts right. But it's so expensive to just get one book a month. I know you can keep it for life, which I appreciate. But yeah, if I renew today, it is £6 a month. It feels expensive. Yeah. But for other ones, so I've been listening to the Bridgerton audiobooks, and that's on a site called Libby, or an app called Libby, and it's basically a library app. Your specific library has to use that app, and there's a bunch of different library apps. I think BookBub is another one. I think Zoe says she uses BookBub. Yes, so Libby must be a worldwide thing. But yeah, your library has to have opted into it. So my local library, Wiltshire Council, opted in for Libby, whereas it hadn't for BookBub or BookHub. I can't remember which it is. Something like that. There's lots of different ones. But I've got to be careful, because sometimes I browse and I think, oh, it's got this book that I want, and then I remember that it's just a library app, not specifically for audiobooks. But yeah, I got, I think it was 3 months for 99p each, like a deal with Amazon Prime on Audible. So I got Sunrise on the Reaping, Ballads of Songbirds and Snakes, and the first Hunger Games book, and then I cancelled. Right, I think that looks really effective with the transparency of the water effect there. OMG, I bought those colourblind numbered Disney books as they were on offer, and they look way intimidating. They do look it, but once you start breaking it down, Nikki, it becomes less intimidating as you go. And you learn their patterns. It's not all tiny, crazy little... That's a word. It's not all tiny, crazy little blobs. They make up one section. So I always start with the outline, and you can tell the outline because it's like thin, noodly strips. But that's another video I want to do, dedicated to the colour by numbers, so I can reference it. But I have done a live stream where I do the whole process of a colour by number. It was in December. The thumbnail has a question mark on it, but I do the entire page on that one live stream, so recommend it for one to watch. It's almost midnight here. I need to go sleepy. Night. Adele, have a lovely sleep. My Disney colour by number books are my breaks between coloured pencil pages. Yeah, for me I really like them for colouring downstairs. I'm watching TV with Mum and Dad, but this last week I haven't felt the energy to colour downstairs. I just want to sit and chill for a bit. So we haven't watched something that's long enough for me to pull out the colour by number book. So I don't always, but they're good because they're nice and big and sturdy to put on my lap. But yeah, on the Libby app, all the Bridgerton books are there. From what I can tell, A Court of Thorns and Roses is on there. Oh, what was something else I saw? Oh, the is it Laura Gilmore's book series? The Harbour, something Harbour. But it's like the Pumpkin Spice Cafe and that series. You know what I'm on about. The like really aesthetic covers. I think I might give those a read, but yeah. Got plenty to read beforehand though. But yeah, I'm thinking about getting Audible for another couple of months, see if I can find a deal somewhere in order to get those other Hunger Games books. Just so I can listen to them all. Rather than reading them in a physical book format, because I do have them in a physical book. You bought your first colour by number book yesterday, excited for it to arrive in colour. I tell you what, they are luxurious feeling books. They do feel really nice. Really lovely quality, nice thick paper. And the pages are stunning. Right, where does the body go here? Paper in it seems great. It is great, yeah. Wish the colour by number books were hardbacks. There are a couple. There's these deluxe edition ones, which obviously are more expensive, but they come in the really big, like bigger than what could fit on your desk hardback books, with the like, you can knock on it, hardcover. Got the Vitro in that style, and the Disneyland Paris one in that style. But they've got Princesses and Grand Classiques, the first volume. I already had Princesses, and the pictures in the first Grand Classiques didn't appeal to me, so I haven't bothered getting them, but yeah. Coloured to audiobooks and not to physical books, so audiobooks are superior. I agree, Nif. And I feel like you can switch your brain off whilst listening to an audiobook, whereas you've got to concentrate on every single word of a physical book. Physical books take time, whereas audiobooks is like, it's free time. It's like bonus time. Yeah, I was kind of hesitant about audiobooks because I often don't... when I was at school, I used to not be able to take in information if it was just said at me. I would have to read it. But turns out I do, actually. It's probably because I've been watching YouTube videos for ages where I just listen to them and not necessarily watch them. So yeah, I can definitely take in information. And it's kind of nice having like the different voices to represent the different characters. It's kind of fun. I love them, but my eyes don't, sadly. I think nothing can beat like the physical quality of a book. But yeah, I feel like I'm now back into reading, and I haven't been for so long, because I think to myself, well, I'd much rather be colouring. Now I can do both. Yeah, I kind of wish if Audible was, you could only say have one book at a time, but however many you can listen to in a month. Like, it's unlimited listens, but you can only listen to one book at a time for your $6.99 a month subscription charge. Then I would say I'd be more inclined to have it, but $6.99 for just one book a month. That's not... You can listen to a book in a couple of days. Most books are, what, around 12, 16 hours if you listen to them at regular speed. I tend to go 1.25. I find that's my sweet spot. Or if it was just like you could listen to a book a week rather than one a month, like, that's nothing. It just doesn't feel like a good deal to me. And I know credits can roll over, but no. Yeah, on Libby you've also got all the Harry Potter books, the Stephen Fry narrated ones on there. I do want to listen to those. Just because I love the books. And it's been a while since I've read them. Quite a few years. I've been listening to the last book in the Throne of Glass book via audio recently, and it's 30 plus hours long. I have only 6 hours to go. Wow, yeah. on Libby they've split it into 1, 2 or 3, like 2 or 3 parts on there, so yeah, it looks to be quite long. I have to be doing something as well, it makes taking in information a lot easier. Depends on the book. My husband did Wheel of Time on Audible. Swear I need help, lol. I get a book and in my mid-level use freely, like for relaxation, no plan cut needed kind of thing. However, I flip through to colour something and guess what? I cannot just throw down and colour. That's interesting. In my mind, label it for use freely. Yeah. I get what you mean there. This might be an unpopular opinion, although I'm an avid fan of Disney, their colour-by-number books don't appeal to me. You're paying a ridiculous price for the brand. I can understand that. Yeah, they are expensive. And if I didn't colour in them as much as I did, I wouldn't say they're worth it. And to collect them all and only have a page or 2 coloured in each, I'm just like, what are you doing? They ain't cheap. Because they ain't. They're about... For me, they're about £12 each on Lyrica, or maybe like £14, I can't remember. I think they did go up in price recently. Oh my gosh, he looks so tanned. I didn't want him to look that tanned, but here we go. Might grab out the ivory pencil, try and tone things down a bit. His face just looks a bit crazy. I say nope, it needs a plan, so I'm not wasting it. It's ridiculous. Yeah. I think it's easy to buy a book going, oh yeah, this will be my like mindless colouring, but if you like a book, you almost don't want to, yeah, as you said, like waste it. I know what you mean. Like it took me ages to really get into Small Victories, and when I sort of changed my mindset on it, I'm loving it. I find it so relaxing to colour in now. Page looks great. I'm off to do some house chores. See you later. Take care, Whitney. See you soon. I say Wheel of Time. Oh, missed it. Because some of those books are over 40 hours long to listen to. Oh, wow. Download a book for travelling and another one going to sleep. I couldn't have an audiobook when I go to sleep because I would be playing the same chapter over and over again. Because most apps have the feature to stop when the chapter finishes or stop after 10 minutes, and I'd be playing the same section over and over and I would never get anywhere, which is what happened to me when I was in bed reading before I'd go to sleep. I'd end up reading the same paragraphs over and over again. It's like, kept dropping off, kept dropping off, kept dropping off. I only bought 2 as they were just over £8. Yeah, fair enough. Last time I listened to the HP books about 6 years ago, solidified that I don't want to engage with that content anymore. No problem with whatever choice others make about the IP. Fair enough, Ollie. Fair enough. Again, I completely understand and appreciate why people choose not to engage with it, but I still will. Thank you. I had a couple in Asda for £8-9, but it's still only 1 page coloured. So don't want to get another one. Yeah. Yeah, I heard they've been coming into Asda's recently. Unfortunately, all the books that got released in English are ones that I already had, so I was like, I ain't getting them again. But they do seem to be a bit quicker now at like coming to an English edition. But it's a bit kind of random of which ones get chosen for it, which ones don't. Just grab my ivory pencil. Ryman's Day are £17 for 1 book. Yeah, that's a lot. Can't do audiobooks. I love traditional reading. It's pretty much the only thing I do without multitasking. I need those breaks. And that is great, Laura. You do you. I think as I've got older, I just realised I hate silence. It's a personal problem of mine. But yeah, I can completely understand why some people don't care for audiobooks. I thought I would not be an audiobooks person, but I thought I'll give it a try. And I ended up loving it. Haven't listened to a lot yet, but it's kind of, I go through phases where I'll be listening to one book, I'll listen a lot, and then I won't listen for a few weeks, and then I just lose interest. go. Let's do their tails and such. Poop! Just dropped a no hoo marker on my t-shirt. No! My tip is use some nail polish remover. Obviously if it's something that's like got quite a strong colour to it, then maybe don't, but if it's a light colour then it should be good. Yeah, nail polish remover is the key for getting alcohol marker stains out. Do it on my desk as well. My Disney Colour by Number books, tome 13, is English, but when I ordered it off Amazon, the listing was for the French one. Not complaining though, because I can actually read what film each image is from. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it's pretty easy to work out. Most of the names are pretty easy to translate. All you need to do is Google it and it will show you what the English title is. Cannot relate to this more. Literally battling with myself when it comes to small victories. I've had it for like 7 months untouched. Now I did a couple, loved it, and my weird self is like, get Inklings after 2 pages, lol. I mean, yeah, go for it. For me, when I saw Inklings, I was like, well, I've only done, I think at that point I'd done 3 pages, no, 4 pages. And I was like, well, there's not much point. And still now, I'm kind of, in a weird way, I'm kind of thinking of waiting until I complete the book and do that. Like, not that I'm anywhere near to completing it, but I think it's one of those books that if I focus on it for a few days, I could really make some good progress with it. I've been watching completed flip-throughs of the book when I go to sleep for inspiration. There's certain videos I love watching when I fall asleep. One is collection books, no, not collection books, collection series, like full book collections. I find them really relaxing, just seeing a bunch of books and all the complete pages, and often they're quite long, and so it takes me about 4 or 5 nights of watching to get through the entire thing. The other one I love is completed book flip-throughs. I just find them so relaxing, seeing a bunch of coloured pages, love it, and hearing people talk about their pages. Nice and inspiring. And then I also, that's pretty much it. Sometimes I like hauls when I go to sleep, just because it's nice, easy listening. Just like, I'm thinking like, what can I still appreciate if I close my eyes? Hearing someone chat about books, yeah, we'll do that. Whereas I try not to watch completed pages when I fall asleep, because I want to be alert and watching that. Same with plans, I want to see what they are. Could not relate to this more. There's a lot on YouTube. What's a lot on YouTube? Just have to take care it's not read by AI. Oh, audiobooks. Interesting, yes. Am I living under a rock? I've never watched the Harry Potter movies. I have this set of books, but I've never read them. You need to listen to them on an audiobook app and follow along. I mean, that is... that you've never read them or watched them. You're a rare breed. That's what I'd call that. You're a rare breed. There's very few people on this planet that has never consumed any of the Harry Potter content. I watched a very talented lady who finished Small Victories in dystopian style. Can't remember her name. Oh yes, I saw that too. And she did it in like a month or something crazy. She did really... No, it wasn't Small Victories. It was Inklings. That was the crazy thing. It was Inklings just after it got released. I'm going to find it. It was really cool. YouTube. Inklings. Complete book flip. Who was it? Why is it coming up with... Here it is. Fish Out of Water colouring. 100% completed colouring book. Inklings. It was so good. It was Inklings, yeah. I'm gonna quickly play it on my phone, so then it's in my history and I can get the link up on my YouTube. I'll post the link in chat because I recommend it. Like, and she did it so fast. Hang on, I can copy the link here and put it on my phone. Copy link. Get on my live chat. Here we go. Ta-da. There it is. Dystopia is, well, it was kind of like distressed, antique-y, yeah. I can't think of any other synonyms for it. It was so cool. Yeah, I know. That's what I thought when I saw it, and this popped up last month. It was quite a while ago. 2 weeks ago. Okay, it wasn't that long ago. April 18th. And it released, what, March the 6th? So that is literally just over a month of completing it. I thought, wow. When I saw that, I could not believe it. I actually need to finish watching it. I got about halfway through the video. I think I must have watched it while I was falling asleep once. And then never actually finished. Very clever to come up with all those ideas and do them so well. Yeah. Johanna Basford seems to be having a resurgence in the community. When I first found YouTube, colourist people weren't really colouring in any Basfords. I think it's been small victories and inklings that have caused this resurgence. Because I barely ever see anyone colouring in magical worlds or wonderful wildflowers, like not as much. Yeah, there's still people colouring in it, but not quite the same amount as small victories. I will always and forever recommend small victories / inklings for a beginner. I know it's the most boring, basic answer, but I think it is the perfect book for beginners. If I was a beginner, I would have coloured the shit out of that book. Instead, I coloured the shit out of Worlds of Wonder. But I probably would have done double the amount of pages I did in Worlds of Wonder because of their small size. And I think Inklings is even better in terms of, like, it's got more pages of scenes rather than... There were so many little flower pages in Small Victories, which I'm really understanding after going through and finding colour palettes for them all. Whereas Inklings appears to have a lot more scenes and, like, full page designs or, like, trios of scenes. So I think I'd probably recommend that one, but if you're a beginner, I'd recommend looking at both flip-throughs, seeing which one draws you in the most and starting there. But I think Johanna Basford is a really good one to start colouring in because her line work's very clean, it's very obvious, she's very accessible, can be affordable, you can find some great bargains for her books. And I think those are important qualities for books for beginners. This is another video that's been on my list for ages. And I kind of just need to sit down and make a list. Because once I've made the list, like actually recording and making the video won't take that long. It's just chatting about it. But often it's not necessarily a specific book, but more illustrators that I think are suitable for beginners. But yeah, I just think it would be a really good resource video to recommend to people. I don't know if there'll be a way. Can you pin videos to, like, your homepage? I think there's a way to do that. If you're, like, new to the channel, start here. Yes, grungy. That's the word. Very grungy. Dystopian. Small size makes completing pages feel so quick. Yes. And they aren't going out of print anytime soon, so the books aren't precious. Also very true. Inklings and Small Victories are my least favourite books. I'm not drawn to the illustrations. I get that. I really do. I initially wasn't that wowed by Small Victories. I was pleasantly surprised, I will admit, though, by Inklings. I had such low expectations for Inklings after Wonderful Wildflowers and how disappointed I was with that one. I thought, ooh, she's got her creative flavour back. I'm excited by this. More scenes, less just little florally pages. You're always going to get lots of florals with Johanna Basford books, that's a given. But putting them in interesting ways is what I care about. But yeah, for a beginner, they're perfect. You can do lots of experimentation in those books as well and not feel, again, too precious about it. Small size, so you can play around with good gradients and blends in the backgrounds or some of the images. I think learning how to blend pencils is such a key skill for a beginner in terms of like working out how to do it. Like that's one of the biggest learning curves that you have when you start colouring, is like the ability to blend pencils together. So having a good book for that is really essential. You can play around with backgrounds. You don't have to bother with backgrounds. I am definitely a embrace the white of the page kind of girl. Got Small Victories even though I didn't like it because it's very approachable and a lot of people coloured in it. It's my most coloured in book. I still don't like it though. Johanna Basford just isn't for me. That's fair enough. I actually love Wonderful Wildflowers. I think objectively it is a beautiful book. I just was disappointed by it in terms of creativity. A lot of the pages felt like very similar, like, oh, it was just so much just flowers, flowers, double page flowers, flowers in a circle, flowers in a line, flowers in a wavy shape kind of thing. And I was just so, like, we've seen this before. In fact, I think we'd seen this better before. Like, I flipped through Worlds of Flowers and that had more variety to their flower pages. I really loved the animals made up of flowers. I know not everyone likes that from Johanna, but I really do. So I really loved those pages, but they were so few and far between. But I am looking forward to oh, what's it called? Wild Things. Wild Things. I am interested to see what that is going to be. Love Small Victories, it's really helped me. Very tatty as it usually lives in my hospital. Hospital? What? Hospital. I think I did say it right the first time. Hospital go bag. Yeah, it's a great book to just chuck in a bag, off you pop. Small set of pencils, you're good to go. I know a lot of people use it as like their travel book. And the fact that you've got the small images means that 10 minutes waiting for an appointment, you can start one and you're not feeling like, oh, I've abandoned this whole huge page, I've got so much left to do. Like, when you've only done a tiny bit, it doesn't matter. But you get that sort of creative itch scratched from completing even just the tiny little vignettes. I think it was a great idea. Like, when it was first announced, I was like, I'm glad she's doing another book because I know a lot of people love them, love Small Victories and have completed Small Victories and want more Small Victories. So I think definitely go ahead, Johanna. Every 2 to 3 years, give us a new Small Victory style book sprinkled among the larger ones. I think that's great. Because again, it's just like variety. The spice of life. What I'd really love, I'd love another storybook from Johanna with her kind of more updated style. Because she's got such a great creative mind, I just wish she showed it more with her books. I think Rooms of Wonder, in terms of creativity, was the best. Magical Worlds has some really nice creative pages, but there were too many Small Victory style ones. I think keep that, maybe have up to 5 in a big book of Small Victory pages, but keep them to the Small Victory books because that's what they're designed for and that's what they kind of shine in. Whereas it feels like a bit of a waste in a large book when you've got all this space and you've just got 6 little images. I don't mind when they're themed, but it's when they're just random things, like there's a jar, there's a butterfly, there's a frog, there's a lollipop, there's a cake. Like, I prefer a themed Small Victory page. But that could just be me as well. Did you check out a flip of Starkana Wave Song yet? Still think it's too simple? Yes, I didn't watch a flip through, but I looked on the Amazon listing. It's not out in the UK yet. It's out in a month's time, I think. But I had a look through at the preview images and I was like, oh yes, this isn't as simplistic compared to the other ones, but it's also not my theme. But I liked the look of the other one. What's it, like Moon Magic? Something like that? I don't know, it was something like Celestial. It's in my upcoming releases list. Shadow Magic. Yeah, Wave Song isn't released until next month. I thought that one looked really cool. Same illustrator. That one was more my style. It's kind of got a bit of a creepy vibe to it, which is kind of cool. She's putting out a lot of books lately. It's either that or time is passing too quickly and it's been a year since Inklings. I don't know. I mean, no, it hasn't. Inklings was the start of March, so it really hasn't been that long. Usually she does one a year. This has been an outlier where she's done 2. But I think it's nice having the Inklings release be separate from the like main big book release. Like how she did 30 years? Not 30 years of creativity, or could be. All we got to do is wait 20 more years for that book. 30 days of creativity. That book, I think, came out outside of the normal release, and the same with the How to Draw Inky one has, like some extra bonusy ones. Right, what now? Yeah, I think I will do everything but the background and the water, and I'll call that a day. So I'll do these trees up here, and do the hair, and the grass, and the not the hair, and the crane, and then I will call it a night, because it's 10:15 now. I'd love a new Christmas book from her. Me too, Nikki. What I'd actually really love, and I'm kind of surprised that she hasn't done it, considering she's been creating books for, what, 12 years now, is a seasons book, where she's got a good collection of Christmas pages, and also Easter pages, Halloween pages, because a proper seasonal book, we get the odd seasonal page here and there, like you might get an autumnal one, or a wintry one, or a summery themed one. Lots of florals for spring, groundbreaking. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. But yeah, I'd love a seasons book from her. I think there's a lot she could do with it. And bringing in those Christmas pages, and then also doing some Halloween ones and Easter ones, which she's never done. But yeah, having a new Christmas book from her would be great. Maybe a tiny Christmas book? That would be cool. Who has done a flip? I'm interested in that one. I didn't go out and look for it. I don't know if anyone has. Check out Hollyberry Colours. I think she's got a lot of Starkana books. She might do one. I haven't seen it though. Already did a page in mine. Nice. Yeah, Kimberlyn, it does seem like a book for you. You love yourself a water theme, whereas I do not. Love that book and her lives all through COVID. I really look forward to them. Oh, see, I wasn't colouring back then, but yeah. Stratton Peterson has a new book coming out called The Midnight Garden. No preview images yet, but the cover looks beautiful. Oh, cannot wait for that Penny. I almost called you Millie because I saw your surname. Combined your surname and your first name together. I cannot wait for that. But I think Stratton Peterson is one of those few artists that is like an auto-bride for me. I just love her art style. She's someone I just want to support with her books. Yeah, just love her. And I'm really interested what Midnight Garden's going to be. Oh, I think Johanna says she hates Halloween. Interesting. She said she was thinking of a seasons book, but she will not do Halloween. She's always said she doesn't do Halloween because people asked for a full Halloween book. Ah. I mean, I get it. Kimberlyn, honestly, in this country, quite a few people hate Halloween or refuse to participate in Halloween. My parents hate Halloween. I've never been trick-or-treating because they hate the idea of Halloween. Mum always said it was like begging. And I was like, I just want to have some sweets and dress up and have fun and do it once, and I never did. But I mean, I understand why she did, and I don't care now. But yeah, it's popular now, but not as popular. But many religions think that Halloween is satanic, sadly. I mean, yeah, I don't know about her religious beliefs, but she can do it in a really cutesy way. I'm thinking of Maria Troll's couple of Halloween pages. A couple of characters in costumes. I mean, she doesn't really draw people. But yeah, like a jack-o'-lantern page. Just a Halloween house. Some cutesy, stylised cobwebs in the corner of a page. Boom, Halloween. I'm not asking... Yeah, I think a full Halloween book from her would not feel right. Well, like, it just wouldn't feel her. But yeah, just a seasonal book. Just 2 pages. A double-page spread of Halloween. I think that would be really nice. Because there's cutesy ways. You can make Halloween super cute. Little ghosties can be filled with little florally doodles. How cute would that be? Like a little Small Victory style page. Different ghosts with different patterns on them. Perfect. And here she gets is drawing a pumpkin. Oh, I love that pumpkin house page from Magical Worlds. I love that one. I want more like that. I feel like a lot of people outside of the US feel that way. My parents don't get it either. Yeah. I think it's only been within the last 20 years that it's really kind of picked up in this country. Picture's gorgeous, thank you very much. Oh yeah, like you see, she does really cutesy Halloween pages. You can really cutesify Halloween. I think there's a lot she could do with it, and it's one of those things where you can go really spooky and creepy and kooky with it, but you can also go cutesy. But at the end of the day, she's the artist. If she didn't want to do something, that's her choice. We can only wish and ask and hope and dream, but they've got to feel inspired by it at the end of the day. Mine too. My mother also called it begging. Never been trick-or-treating either. Used to love giving out candy to others too. Others though, yeah, we never give out candy. Yeah, but I think it's like an unspoken rule. If you send your kids out for trick-or-treating, you give candy. If you don't send out your trick-or-treats for children, if you don't send out your kids for trick-or-treating, there's no obligation to give out candy, kind of thing. Isn't there a thing in the UK called sailing, where you go around asking things at Christmas time? Yeah, Christmas caroling is all I can think of. But other than that, I mean, even that, I've never ever heard, seen, known about carolers going around in my area. It would not even need to be a true jack-o'-lantern or ghosts, it would still have Halloween vibes. Yeah, she could have a full section that could be Halloween adjacent, with a moon and a cat and a pumpkin. Yeah. Yeah, moons and cats, boom, Halloween. Halloween isn't begging, it's blackmail. Trick or treat, the origins are fascinating. I like it's not begging, it's blackmail. Give me sweets or I will trick you. I think that's a super common stance here in the UK. First time I experienced Halloween, we were in Ireland visiting. I had all these big ideas about candy. We got tangerines and peanuts. Yeah. Yeah, it like, it's become more popular, but I mean, I say last 20, probably more like the last 10 years, it's like really kind of become more popular, but it's not a massive thing. Here's actually blackmail, yeah. Never liked Halloween. because when I was 5 I was scared shitless by teenage lads come trick-or-treating dressed as really creepy clowns. I screamed and ended up having an epileptic seizure. Oh my god, Penny. That's awful. I mean, if you're going trick-or-treating, don't dress up as something terrifying. That's like a go to a Halloween party kind of attire. Not, let's go around houses with children in it. That's stonework there. Went trick-or-treating as a kid with some friends, and I remember once we knocked on someone's door and they gave us a 50p coin to split between the group of us. I mean, lovely. Trick-or-treating was big when I was little too. I think part of that is because I lived on a housing estate with lots of families. Yeah, it definitely depends on where you live. There's a lot of rural areas in the UK as well, so obviously there no one's going to be trick-or-treating. You've got tiny villages, whatnot. I know lots of my friends went trick-or-treating, that's why I was so desperate to do it. But no. Alas. I remember going to one Halloween party as a kid and it was great, I loved it. That was about all the Halloween I ever celebrated. And then I often did Halloween nights out at uni. Now since then, we did have, a couple of years ago, someone ring on the doorbell for trick-or-treating. My dad goes to the kitchen, grabs a full-size packet of, I think it was munchies, like a grab bag, or a sharing bag of munchies. And I was like, why did you give it? That's mine. They were like, oh, well, they asked and they were nice. And then 2 seconds later, they ring on the doorbell, and I was like, do not answer it, because they're knocking on our door, because someone's just gone down the drive going, look what I got, full-size bag of munchies. So now they're all going to want, so we're ignoring it. My dad was like, okay. Because the rule is, if you don't have decorations outside, no ringing the doorbell, no trick-or-treating, bye-bye. Not fun. In October I refused to open the door at night. Yeah. When I was little, we, in the house I had grown up, the house I lived in growing up, we mainly just closed the blinds on an evening, so obviously they let light through. But when it came to Halloween night, we would close the big blackout curtains so no one could see the light. It was the only day of the year that we'd close these curtains. So that was like, oh, it's Halloween night, close the big curtains. Just saw Jackie's post about her surgery. Glad she figured out why she was feeling so terrible. Yeah, I saw she was having a gallbladder out today. Has she posted an update since then? Because I just saw that she's having the gallbladder removed. Yeah, hopefully she starts to feel a lot better from it. No update, okay. We used to hide and pretend we're not in, as teenagers would egg your house if you didn't do treats. Bloody hell. I mean, yeah, that's why we closed the big curtains. Nobody home, it's all dark. Can't turn the lights on in the landing or anything. Also in some areas there's a lot more elderly people and they can be really nervous at night time answering their doors. Yeah, absolutely. Here, if you don't knock unless there's at least a pumpkin there. Yeah, I think that's the rule. That's the unspoken rule. If they've got a pumpkin outside, you're good to go. If not, jog on. Leave us alone. Growing up, we were told don't take sweets from strangers, and then Halloween comes and you knock on door asking for sweets. I mean, it is a bit of a hypocritical statement, yeah. Don't take sweets from strangers unless it's the 31st of October and you're dressed up in a costume and you knock on their door specifically asking for said sweets. That's the only exception. But other than that, don't take sweets from strangers. Might have to go as my daughter was woken up crying. She had her jabs today. Oh, bless her. Thanks for joining us, Lottie. I'm going to check out your channel soon. Lovely to have you here. Kids now also get things like Pokemon cards. Oh, really? Here we have set hours from 6 till 8 PM. Everyone knows it's trick-or-treating time. Interesting. Yeah, I suppose if it's an area with like a good neighbourhood with a lot of kids, then you do that. We don't really have those neighbourhoods here. Like, we've got neighbourhoods. Well, not really neighbourhoods, but yeah. Call them more areas or estates. Not that they're like large or anything. But they'll be very diversely made up. It won't just be all families. Nowhere. My friend's niece wants her baby to be overdue, so her baby can be born on Halloween, as you do. My sister's convinced that her baby's going to be overdue. She thinks it's going to be born at the start of June rather than the end of May. And I'm like, okay. Most people don't want their babies to be overdue, but okay. But who knows? You can't plan for these things. Could be any day now. She's due 30th of May. So I made a comment the other day. I was like, none of us even know when she's due. It's just end of May. And Mum was like, I know. It's on the calendar. And I was like, oh, that's what that thing that says due means. Because I was like, what's due? Didn't put two and two together until Mum said that. And I was like, oh, my sister's due. Silly me. In theory, your neighbours aren't strangers, so not so much these days. You don't see many street parties anymore either. Yeah, I mean, I'd say majority of neighbours are strangers, to be honest. I know the people next door, people opposite, and that's about it. Never turn my light on for Halloween. No light equals no candy. Yes. Like the porch lights on, you're good. Or like the hallway light. Or if there's pumpkin, you're good. No lights, no pumpkin, no candy. No lighty, no likey. Are you going to be Aunt Jess, Auntie Jess, or another name? Probably Auntie Jess. In this country, it's usually Auntie. Although I do switch between saying Auntie or Auntie. I kind of changed my mind. I can't decide which pronunciation I like best, so I flip-flop. But Auntie, Auntie, Auntie. I think Auntie feels more me. But yeah. We always go Auntie and Uncle in this country, rather than Aunt. Your Auntie Kim. Remember having a street party for the Queen when I was young in the 70s. That would be Jubilee, I think. Yeah, I mean, there was a big thing for a Jubilees, like the 60th and the 70th. Like, oh, put in a licence for a street party. Never saw any round here. Not in this village. Not that I was aware of, but yeah. I had a street party for one of my birthdays, because it was my birthday, my brother's birthday, the girl's 2 doors down birthday, and one of the boys nearby. Wow, what a collective. Collection of birthdays. I was at college for that street party. Never got to be an aunt. Congrats to you. Yeah, I'm excited. A street party for one of my birthdays. Oh no, I read that one. Halloween is the best, even though I'm an adult. Still love dressing up and scare both adults and kids at work. Love that. Right, what do I have left? Grass. Grass, grass, grass. Didn't know our neighbours in the town, but now in the countryside we know everyone. Never go on a quick walk, always stop to chat. Oh, that's nice. So I do live in like an average sized village, but I just don't leave the house. I mean, our next door neighbour, she is super chatty. She is the sort of person that knows everything and everything going on in the village. She knows everyone. And we get all the gossip from her. I mean, we don't get much gossip, but when there is gossip, we do. So it's from her. I love how that conversation started off with talking about Johanna Basford and her books and what we want to see, what we're tired of seeing, and it went into Halloween, trick-or-treating. That's the beauty of a live stream. See, if I was just colouring this page on my own, it would be so boring. I never know what to talk about because I never have anything going on in my life. Oh, great auntie, as of today. Oh, lovely. That is exciting. Yeah, it feels almost surreal that my sister's due already. Or almost due. What? 22 days? 22 days. Ish. It's like, I wonder how things are going to change. Like, will she come round more? Will she just pop round with the baby? I don't know. Right, just the heron, nope, the crane, and the hare. Off to go. That's that one. Best part is spoiling them rotten and handing them back, absolutely. Just having a boy, having a little nephew. I do know the name, but I'm not going to say it on the internet. Just like I don't say what my sister's name is. It's not my name to tell. Just finished yours and sent to me? Ooh, do you want me to share it on screen? I would be happy to do that. Liz is who I'm doing this buddy colour with. And yeah, I'll wait till the end though. Grandma to 6 littles. Oh, love it. Giving them noisy presents is fun too. Yes. I'm really looking forward to having another baby in the family, because growing up, when I was 10 is when I had a few baby cousins be born. So watching them growing up was nice, but I was still a kid myself, even though I felt all grown up and so good, but I wasn't an adult. But the oldest of my youngest cousins, no, the youngest of my youngest cousins is now 13, so they're not so young anymore. So it's been a while since we've had a baby in the family, and that's a bit what I've been looking forward to. So I've got 9 cousins, 7 on one side, 2 on the other. My nan has been desperate for a great-grandchild for years. My sister is the fourth youngest out of my nan's side of the family. I'm the 3rd oldest. I got one other cousin, another cousin, then my sister. So she's number 7 out of... No, she's number 6 out of 9. Yeah, because it's 1 and then the 2 littles. Mine are all in college or just graduated college. But when they were in elementary and middle school, I made a deal that they could have a sleepover for every Harry Potter book. Oh, that's cute. Love that. I'm curious to see what our relationship will be like, because I don't have the best relationship with my sister. So I'm curious to see how it'll be, and I was like, do you reckon we'll babysit a lot? And my mum was like, I have not a clue. My sister's not planning on returning to work, so she might not even need babysitting that much. But and also where they're moving to is a 5-minute walk away from his mum, my brother-in-law's mum. So I reckon she'll want to take... Oh, apparently she's already offered, if you need a break, come to me. Because she's so close, and also she lives alone, so... I do hope we see plenty of him. 24 nieces and nephews and 1 on the way. Wow. That's okay with you? Okay, I will do that at the end, Liz. I'm just finishing off their hair here, and then I will share. To get contrast with her black hair. I'm trying my best. I like it. It's different for me. Sleepover in which we would watch the movie, go out to breakfast the next morning before going home, which means I've done 21 sleepovers. Oh, love that. Then the middle niece wanted to do a marathon. We watched all 8 movies within the span of 48 hours. It was ridiculous. Never again. I've done that once. We were going to try and do it in one day, and then we decided to do... I think we did 3 on the first... This was me and a friend. We did 3 on the first day, and then 5 on the second day. Oh, it was great. I would definitely do that. Definitely be encouraging him to colour. Get him colouring books. And pens and pencils and whatnot. Obviously that's going to be quite a few years coming. Yeah, it is a long time. I would do it again. Like, it's a long time, but I'd do it again. Right, let me get up the Instagram. Liz. Come on. Oh, what are you doing, Instagram? Come on. There it is. Ooh, it looks so cool. It looks so cool. Just getting the zoom in right. Oh gosh, let me get rid of that. We'll do this so you can see it all. Here it is. She's gone super rainbowy, which I absolutely love. Very, very different vibes, and I love the colours of the sky as well. Ooh, and blue mer people. They like blend into the water. It takes you a second to spot them. But yeah, I love this. So cool. A real great sense of like movement within the water, which is lovely. I love this section by her booty. Absolutely love it, and so different from mine. Which is always the best thing about buddy colours, when they're so different. Oh, I just noticed that I didn't do a bit of fish in the water. I'm just moving along. You can see me colour this tail in the water. Otherwise that will bother me. But yeah, I am going to leave it here for tonight, guys. And next week, so yeah, next stream will be for sure on Friday. I might do a bonus midweek one, but I think if I do a bonus midweek one, it will be something random, like a challenge or colouring on a specific whip at the time. Like, it won't be something, one of these specific live stream pages. I don't know why, but that's just what I've decided. It'll be something random midweek if I do it, if I have the energy and the time to. It works well on a Tuesday or Wednesday afternoon because both my parents sometimes go out to work. My mum definitely does. Sometimes my dad joins her. I will take her and go out. Right, there we go. Gonna transition back and wrap up. But yeah, might pop in midweek, and that will be in the afternoon. But that will be a surprise on the day when it comes. But I'll try and schedule it if I think I will do it. But yeah, I'll do the background and the shading of the water next week on Friday. And then I will probably finish off the rest of that stream with a page from Tiny Tales Volume 3, because I think that will be a good, relatively quick one to do on the back burner of this. But yeah, I'm loving how it's looking. Very spring-like, which is what I wanted. Thank you everybody for joining. Yeah, Liz did an amazing job with that page. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, they look ghostly, don't they? Arsel Colour, they love to use Nana's supplies. That's so cute. I'm going to be like counting the days for my nephew to be able to hold a pencil. One point Alexa turned to me and said, I think I've become one with the sofa. I love that. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining me. I have really enjoyed the stream tonight, as always. I always do. Why is this not working? Come on, outro. Oh, alright then. Oh well. I've tried adding shortcut keys to my stream to make things easier, but it's not. But yeah, take care everybody. Have a good rest of your day, rest of your evening, good night's sleep, and I will see you next week for the next one. Bye everybody. Bye bye.